sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill. We go out just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance. Crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand. Living life like we planned. Let's step and go. We won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's step and go. We'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, one and all, to today's preseason game. All right, guys, well, it's preseason time. That means we're getting our first views of the teams for the 2026 season, and today we've got a matchup between the Broncos and the Falcons. That being said, I might have to bounce around a little bit here to find the actual channel. I just got a subscription here to NFL Plus. Word on the street is that NFL Plus will be showing all of the preseason games during this preseason. So I guess we're going to try it, and we'll see if it comes on at 6 o'clock like it says it will. So we've got 30 minutes until then. What's up, guys? We've got Aviation Yao checking in from Colorado. Let's do our quick roll call and get our chat overlay here. Chat overlay. What's up, chat? How are y'all doing today? DJ Jean says almost time. It's time now, my friend. Shout out to Tracy Simmons. We got Tracy in the chat. Shout out to Bear Schweiger. Bear Schweiger, what's up? Ashley Deverick is in the chat. Sweet love, back for more. It's Ghost saying hello. B. Johnson says hi. Tracy Brown, what up? Tracy Simmons, I see you. Reggio, welcome in. Dave Aloff is in here. Total Punk Tribute says what is up? I've got a good handful of folks in here today. Unky James, fist bumps to you, Unky James. We got CJ Banning, fist bumps to you, Mr. Banning. Salute to you, Mr. Robert Zamora. I see you out here in the chat. Moderators. Are y'all ready for our fantasy draft on Monday? Stoked for it. I am. What's up, guys? Good day for a great day. If I do say so myself, a big cup of coffee right here at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Why I do this to myself, I do not know. We are currently making our trivia quizzes for the entire season so that we can free up some time later in the season to cover more basketball games, more baseball games, and more content there. So we're front loading here right now, and still on the hunt for the decision that we're going to make for an additional set of hands here on the channel. No decision has been made just yet. Man, it's a lot tougher of a decision than I thought. Shout out to CJ Banning saying purple tie. It's black with some purple on there. There's black with purple accents on here. Dave, Tommy Braskett. What's going on, Tommy? How you doing, sir? Welcome back, Mr. Braskett. Sam Pike, shout out to you. Keep an eye on you again. Nice try, Mr. Pike. Nice try. I got you, Mr. Pike. How you doing, sir? Welcome in. Mr. Drago Balboa, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend himself. What's going on, Drago? How are you? All right, guys. Well, Random is in the chat, and our Random says, hey. And I said, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. EA Gamer Girl is in. OMAC is in the chat. B Bowles and Chief of Fangs is in here. Shout out to Jesus first for me. We've got Aviation Tracy Brown. Imperfect Bob says hello. What up, Imperfect Bob? All right, guys, let's talk some stats. So it's been a whole year, especially if you're a Broncos fan. Y'all are ready to get your first view of your squads here for this game. So we're going to take a look here at the away team, and we are going to start with, please stand by, turning off the scrolling text and getting the correct text scrolling by. We're going to start with the stats here. We're going to start with stats for, oh, God bless America. Of course. I didn't even plug in my stats today. Well, this will be fun. Stand by. Do not go anywhere here, guys. Do not go anywhere. Seriously, don't do it. Is everything... These rosters didn't get downloaded as individual files. That's okay. It's okay. Preseason, right? That's what preseason is for. To get ourselves situated. We're making last-minute changes, getting our pregame slides in order. We got 30 minutes. Looks like now we've got about 25 minutes until kickoff. That's all right. Do not go anywhere. We're going to get this set up here. You might see a slight, what's going to look like a glitch on your end, although it won't be a glitch. It's totally on purpose. Download these files. Falcons, Broncos. These are all updated. Oh, you know what I did? I downloaded them on the wrong PC. I was working on the other system. Download as separate files. Download. It's going to take a second here to get those files then. In the meantime, what we can do is talk about the schedule while these files get brought into our system right now. The schedule for the Denver Broncos here, ladies and gentlemen, I've got 2 more preseason games coming up. So next week, we will see the Broncos and the Packers. Yesterday, we covered the Packers, so we've already gotten a chance to see what that roster is going to look like in a nutshell. They are still shaving down that 105-man roster to a 53-man roster. So that's what we're going to see, fewer players that they cycle through. The list is going to get shorter and shorter and shorter with the players. And since we're covering the Broncos this week, we will also be pretty well-versed with the Broncos heading into next week when we is this a game that I'm covering? Damn, I can't even remember now if this is a game that I'm covering next week. But I also have that schedule. This is the matchup that will happen next week for the Broncos. After that, in week 3 preseason, guys, it's going to be the Vikings at Broncos, and then the NFL season will start. Broncos at Chiefs, Jaguars at Broncos, and Rams at Broncos to start the season. This is not an easy schedule coming out the gate. You've got what is a crumbling dynasty, but a dynasty nonetheless in the Kansas City Chiefs. Then you've got the Jaguars who can, on any given day, pop off. We know Trevor Lawrence is plagued by players who just can't hang on to the football. Too many drops for the unit there. But overall, this Jaguar squad is solid, and we all know what the Rams are. The Broncos could walk away from this maybe 2-1. I can see them beating the Chiefs. I can see them beating the Jags. I think the Rams are going to be a tough order on Sunday Night Football. And they've got Monday Night Football opening the season. I don't know if it's going to be that easy for them in Week 1 either. So I see you guys in the chat. How many people got Falcons winning? I don't know, man. Probably a lot. Crumbling dynasty? Question mark, says DJ Gene. DJ Gene. I know. But they missed the playoffs last season. You got to call it like it is. They did. Okay. Here's going to be the change, guys. Do not go anywhere. I do got to plug this in. It's going to be about a 15-second blip. Hang tight. Okay. Looks like we should be back here at this point. I think that should have fixed the issue that I had here. I think you guys should be all on board with me. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can see me in the chat on y'all's side right now. Should be back now. Should be back now. Let's see. Good to go. Thumbs up, beautiful. Thumbs up across the board. All right, guys, so that little blip right there did allow us to make this change here. So now we can take a look at the stats for these teams. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep rolling here. So, Denver Broncos. This is the offense and the defense. Last season, defensively, very tough to top this team, guys. Last year, the Denver Broncos were first defensively when it came to yards per play allowed. Defensively is where they hung their hat. Now, Bo Nix, the Oregon quarterback, wasn't a bum or anything like that, but they did not really have their big main identity. And outside of Cortland Sutton and maybe Troy Franklin, there were not a whole lot of pass catchers here for this Denver Broncos team. Now, Denver this season does have a new pass catcher, and you know him by the name of Jalen Waddle. Yes, the sorry, I'm changing this right here, moving this around. Yeah, the ex-Miami Dolphin is now a wide receiver for this Denver Broncos team, so I do expect the pass numbers to get better for Denver. But defensively, I can't see how it can get much better than where it is right now. Now, this squad, these gentlemen over here on the defensive side, Pat Surtain, Nick Bonito, company, Edgerrin, like the squad is there. We'll talk about them individually here in just a moment. Offensively, Broncos have some room for improvement. They were 15th in the NFL when it came to points per game, 12th when it came to yards per game. They averaged 5.2 yards per play. That was bottom half. They were inside the top 12 when it came to third down efficiency, but inside the red zone, they struggled as a bottom 11 team there. Bottom 12 team for the Denver Broncos when it came to scoring touchdowns inside the red zone. Now, offense for the Denver Broncos. This is going to be the squad that we see here. Let me go ahead and pull up this depth chart. You guys can see the depth chart in front of me. This is not who we are going to see today. We might see a little bit of these guys, but probably not going to see all of them. Bo Nix, starting quarterback. J.K. Dobbins, starting running back. This will be a running back by committee situation with J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey. There's also going to be Jonah Coleman, who is probably who we're going to see a lot of today. Jonah Coleman and Tyler Batty going to get a lot of carries here today as well. Let's see. B. Johnson says, what is crazy is that as great as their defense is, the Texans' defense is even better. Yeah, the Texans' defense is something for sure. Okay, well, here you go. You can see it now. Courtland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, and Troy Franklin, your top 3 wide receivers for this unit. Now, Jalen Waddle definitely is the wide receiver 2, probably going to be opposite of Courtland Sutton, with Troy Franklin most likely in the slot. That's just a minor detail right there, but this is a very much improved pass-catching core for Bo Nix, and Evan Ingram still with the squad here as well. Offensive line for the Denver Broncos, Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Luke Wattenberg, Quinn Miners, and Mike McGlinchey, and all of whom are healthy, which is something you don't normally see. And there's even more depth here with Alex Forsyth at center behind Wattenberg. So Broncos offense probably going to take a big step forward this year. Here's a look at the Denver Broncos defense, ladies and gentlemen. Broncos defense, a 3-4 formation, and all of these players are healthy as well. Malcolm Roach as left defensive end, Zach Allen at right defensive end, DJ Jones smack dab in the middle as your nose tackle, Jonathan Cooper, Alex Singleton, Justin Strnad, and Nick Bonito as the linebacker core for this Broncos defense. Your 2 corners for today, Pat Surtain and Riley Moss, and your 2 safeties, Talanoa Hufanga and Brandon Jones. This is a nasty defensive unit you do not want to be on the wrong side of. Now, we're not going to see a whole lot of these guys, if any of them at all. I do expect to see Uzurike out there. I do expect to see, I'm trying to look through some of the more household names that you would find in the second rotation here, maybe Jonah Ellis, maybe. Outside of that, Savion Jones you could see out there. Okay, well, that's going to make up the Broncos defense. If the starters go down, the depth isn't quite there defensively, but the depth is there offensively if they lose a few players. Good thing to have. Of course, head coach, Bounty Gate scandal long gone behind him. 3rd season complete with Denver. This is season number 4 coming in right here. 32 regular wins, 32 regular season wins with the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton, and 19 regular season losses with the Denver Broncos, the man who came up off the couch to come and coach this NFL team. Of course, the Russell Wilson experiment didn't work with him. Then Bo Nix had his whack at it. This is where we're at right now, guys. So we'll talk about him maybe later in this live stream. Let's pivot here and take a look at the home team. All is fair. To keep everything fair, I should say. A couple preseason games coming up here. The next week, Falcons have Colts. After that, it's Dolphins to warm up, and then the season begins. Falcons at Steelers, Panthers at Falcons, and Falcons at Packers. Holy smokes. The Falcons have their work cut out for them. I think the Steelers will end up being the number 2 team in the AFC North. I think the Packers could very well be the number 1 team in the NFC North. And it's always a tough situation when you've got a divisional matchup with the Panthers, who are looking to prove something, and the Panthers, who made the postseason last year instead of the Falcons, despite having a losing record. So there's that. This is a game this game right here in week 2, I think is a game the Falcons should definitely win, but we'll see, man. It's football any given Sunday, right? Drago Balboa, I see you in the chat right now. We got Patrick Wonder saying hello. Broncos go out to pasture. Who else with us right now? Ashley Deverick is in here. Juicy says, Mario, when it comes to the Falcons, make sure that you highlight Jahan Dotson, Brian Robinson Jr., 2 offseason backup depth pieces added. They were drafted by the Commanders together as rookies. I do like Jahan Dotson. I do like Brian Robinson Jr. Brian Robinson Jr. got to take well, let's talk about it here. You're talking about the backup running back behind Bijan Robinson, which if you receive an offer in fantasy football football for B. Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons, please double check and make sure you're not getting bamboozled for Brian Robinson Jr., because Bijan Robinson and Brian Robinson Jr. are two very different running backs. Please do not make that rookie mistake. Okay, but yes, Brian Robinson Jr. was drafted by the Commanders. He did just spend one season in San Francisco, and now he's here with the Atlanta Falcons. Good acquisition. Tua Tagovailoa going to be the starting quarterback here. Tua Tagovailoa going to be the starting quarterback here for this squad. I almost said Miami Dolphins, although he was a Miami Dolphin. Can Tua stay healthy? That's the real question. Can Tua actually stay healthy? Well, we'll find out. Jahan Dotson was just mentioned right now. He's coming over from the Philadelphia Eagles right now. He is not the wide receiver one in this locker room. It is Drake London. I do not think that this Falcons offense is very potent, if I'm being honest. Outside of Bijan Robinson, it's Drake London, and Drake London has Tua throwing him the football. I love Tua, but I'm more concerned about his health. And behind Tua, we know what Michael Penix Jr. is after seeing him last season, plus he's dealing with his own set of injuries. Olamide Zaccheaus going to get a couple of plays here maybe today. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of this Atlanta Falcons offense. Kyle Pitts, the highest drafted tight end in football history, the highest drafted tight end, has always been underwhelming, and I root for these guys, but I do think that their slogan of Rise Up kind of makes sense since they're always at the bottom and always knocked over. These poor Atlanta Falcons, after Matt Ryan, have not been able to find themselves. It is what it is. Let's see if they can turn that around this year. You never know. Sometimes it may not be the best players on a roster, but if they can connect with one another, they can do great things. That's what I think the Atlanta Falcons fans are hoping for this season, is a different chemistry that just has not been there. We'll see how this goes. Offensive line for Atlanta. On the left, Jake Matthews, Matthew Bergeron, and in the center, Ryan Newsill. On the right side, Chris Lindstrom and Jawan Taylor are coming over. That is an improvement on the offensive line to have Jawan Taylor from the Kansas City Chiefs as your starting right tackle. That's going to help. And bring in a lot of championship caliber protection for your quarterback. We saw what happened with the Chicago Bears when the Chicago Bears went out and picked up Joe Thuney, the offensive lineman, and how they improved their offensive line and how great Caleb Williams was in his second year. Pretty good season, if I do say so myself. Tua's already got the experience. Does he have the protection? And can Jahan Dotson and Olamide Zaccheaus find a way to get open, or is it going to be the Drake London show and Bijan Robinson show all day, every day? We'll see. We'll see. I don't expect much from the Falcons this season, but okay, defensively, this Atlanta Falcons roster is definitely a change of personnel. You'll notice a few big changes here. We'll start on the defensive line on the left side. Brandon Dorlus, your left defensive end. On the right side would be Zach Harrison. He's currently ruled out. Deshaun Hand has actually come over from the LA Chargers. I do like that pickup, but I don't know if that is we'll see what kind of impact he has on this unit. The linebacker room. Azeez Ojulari on the left side. Divine Diablo as your left inside linebacker. Your right inside linebacker is Christian Harris, and your strong side linebacker, James Pierce Jr. Left corner, A.J. Terrell. Right corner, Mike Hughes, and your two safeties, Jesse Bates, Pro Bowler, and Xavier Watts, questionable to come into today's game. All right. Now, how do you feel about these names here compared to the names that you know on the Broncos side? There's a lot more star power on the defensive end for the Broncos than there are for the Falcons. The good news for the Falcons is that this preseason game won't come down to the starters. Most of the secondary players, there's a lot less of a gap between the quality of their play styles. Okay, we got about 8 minutes until kickoff here. New head coach. How about Kevin Stefanski? Yes, new head coach, the ex-head coach of the Browns. So Cleveland Browns fire their head coach. No more Raheem Morris. Shame, didn't really give him a whole lot of time. I do think Raheem Morris should have been given at least one more season, but that's not the way that the Falcons wanted to run their organization, so Falcons made a change. Kevin Stefanski, that is the change. Will it be a good change, or will it stall the bus? I guess we'll have to find out soon enough. I expect about half as much energy as a regular season game, but still better than football, says DJ Jean. Well, we'll see. I don't expect much from both of these teams, says William Hodge. It's fair enough. Harris will be good, says Sweet Love. Why hire the old Browns coach? That's never a good thing, says Unky James. Drago Balboa, says DJ Jean. I agree. Kevin is a junk head coach. We'll see. We'll see how Kevin Stefanski does with this team. I mean, if anybody knows how to run a group of very big characters and a team that everyone has a chip on their shoulder, it's Kevin Stefanski. Can this squad galvanize around him? We'll see. Jimmy says, I'm so hyped that football is back, even if it is preseason. Juicy J says, can't possibly be more entertaining than the Steelers last night, baby. Could be. You know what's going to be entertaining is when I start fumbling to find the actual channel when the game starts, because I'm really just hoping that NFL Plus has it. I've been told that NFL Plus has these games, even if it's a different angle or something. I'll have to call it to the best of my abilities. Why do all 3 games start at the same time, says Robert. Hey, Robert, that's a great question. Just wait till we've got 11 games on at the same time during Sunday football. Something that we're used to by this time. This is why the NFL, by the way, this is why the NFL does so well, because they build in scarcity. You can't just turn on the TV and find football on all day, every day. They make it hard to find on purpose, so you are willing to pay more for their product. It's their business model, and it works really well for them. For the consumer, it sucks. Anyways, you are right. There are 3 games starting at the exact same time today, Friday, August 14th. We got Broncos and Falcons, Buccaneers and Jets, Dolphins and Commanders all at the same time. This game is scheduled to start in about 5 minutes. My guess is that they're going to start it maybe a minute or 2 afterwards. Again, really hoping I can get all of the plays in on time while we wait for that channel to change. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, 2 games. A game at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Santino's coming over. He is going to run the ship that day. I'm going to hand over the keys and let him do his thing. He's super excited for this Vikings and Giants game. I'm pretty excited for that Vikings-Giants game, too. Would like to see how that battle is going over here with J.J. McCarthy losing his job. We might see J.J. McCarthy in a preseason game. You never know. Cowboys and Seahawks, I will be live for that. Cowboys are my team. I'm absolutely going to be wearing my Cowboys gear, and this will wrap up preseason week 1. There is no football on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're back to it again on Thursday for week 2. And we'll bring that up later as well. DJ Jean says, Santino, what channel is it on, says Birds. My understanding is NFL Plus, man, unless you have it in your actual zone, in which case, if it is in your area, your broadcast area, I believe it's on ESPN. I'm pretty sure it's on ESPN if it's in your broadcast network. But if it's not in your local broadcast network, something like that. Something like that. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's listed in the description down below. Okay. Taking a quick head-to-head look here between Bo Nix and Tua Tagovailoa. Now, we know that Tua has not played a whole season in quite some time. Last year, Bo Nix just under 4,000 passing yards. Tua under 3,000. Of course, he didn't play all 17 games. 356 rushing yards compared to just 43 for Tua. Total touchdowns, 30 to 20. Interceptions, 11 to 15. Tua still, despite playing fewer games, with more interceptions. Higher completion percentage, though, for Tua Tagovailoa, interestingly enough. Now, This was obviously Dolphins numbers and not Falcons numbers, so just something to consider there as well. Overall, I would probably put these two quarterbacks in the same caliber if they can stay healthy, unless I see more out of Bo Nix. I do believe that Bo Nix has been carried a lot by his defense. I know that Bo Nix has been carried a lot by his defense, and it's a good thing it's a team sport. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at that defense. Broncos top 5 when it comes to points allowed per game, giving up less than 19 points. And top 5 when it comes to rushing yards allowed per game, giving up just 98 rushing yards per game. Through the air, they give up less than 200 yards per game. They're still a top 10 unit defensively. This Denver Broncos squad, something to be feared. When it comes to takeaways per game, now it's not a lot separating these two. 1.4 takeaways compared to 1 takeaway, but spread that over the course of 17 games, you're getting a nice handful more of earning the ball back by the Falcons defense. However, this team, this Broncos squad, there is no better team in the NFL at getting to the quarterback than the Denver Broncos. At least there was not last season. The Atlanta Falcons defensively, you can see the numbers here. They had some areas to improve on. Points allowed per game, 23.6. Rushing yards allowed per game, they were a bottom-of-the-barrel team here. When it came to passing yards allowed per game, they did give up right around 200 yards per game through the air. That's good for top 12. And they were a top 10 team when it came to takeaways per game. Again, did not know this till I double-checked my facts. This is the number 2 team, or was the number 2 team in the NFL last year when it came to sacks per game. Can you believe that? Because I couldn't until I looked at the numbers. Alrighty, guys, taking a look at the running back comparison. Running back comparison between both sides. I want you guys to kind of read between the lines here. Now, I do believe that the Broncos' run game is pretty accurate, but I think that the Falcons side doesn't have the full picture. Atlanta Falcons, they're in that yellow-green, just, towards the top of the table. They're top 12 in every statistic here on the ground. That is Bijan Robinson. But when you look behind this, when you peek under the hood, it gets even better knowing how good Bijan Robinson actually is, because he's not just hurting you on the ground, he's also hurting you through the air, and that's going to be a huge boost to the offense throughout this season. The Broncos running back room is going to have a question mark around it. Not quite sure who the Broncos running back is really going to be this season, R.J. Harvey or J.K. Dobbins, but we will find out soon enough. Now, let me just triple check my channel because it is 6 p.m., give me just a few seconds. I'm going to leave you guys with this graphic here. I'll be right back. Hang tight. I got it, baby. Let's go. It's Falcons and Broncos. That was easy. No issues there. That was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Well, this game should be getting started here then any moment. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Good to be live with y'all here today. Let's see. It's 7, says DJ Gene. 420 in Seattle. This guy knows his stuff, says Mr. Drago Balboa. What's going on, Mr. Balboa? Channel running smooth tonight. I'm watching on the FF browser this time. Rock and roll. Okay, love that. Matthew Allen says, let's go. Matthew, welcome in. Bear Schweiger says, hey, CJ. Hunt for your life says, what's up, Mario? What's up, Hunt for your life? Cheers to you. Okay, I got to know. Do we have any Falcons fans in this chat tonight? Are you a Falcons fan or a Broncos fan? I am curious. You can drop red for Falcons. You can drop orange or blue for the Broncos. We got Denver saying Broncos country. Let's go. Tracy says nope. Tracy says mm-mm. Look at Tua wearing that Falcons uniform, man. What? 68% completion in his career from 2020 till now. 18,000 passing yards, 120 touchdowns to 59 interceptions, just a hair above that 500. Let's see, I'm back, says Rio Tran. What up? Gary drops the orange. Cheesy Wheezy with the orange. Hunt, Tracy, Ashley, CJ Banning, Robert Zamora, 14, Denver 14. A lot of Broncos fans. Carrie Marshall saying go Birds. We got B Bowles for the Falcons. DJ Jean says Falcons have fans. Damn, Broncos fans checked in hot tonight. Few Falcons fans in here. All right, Broncos fans. Play nice with the few Falcons fans that we have in the chat. Try not to scare them off. We seem to have them outnumbered here today. This game about to get started. All right, let's do this. Move this over. This should be our stats board. We'll get our stats on this side. Let's do this now. We'll go to scoreboards. We'll refresh this page. Still don't have that's fine, okay. Let's see. Gonna set up all of my stats on the sides here, guys. So that's the stats, ESPN. We'll bring this one up right now. This is depth chart, cool. So then we'll have that scoreboard here, that drive chart there. And then our third drive chart is gonna go right here. Where's my CBS page? That's ESPN. That's the chat. There we go. Cool. All right, so in just a moment, we're going to get this adjusted once this game starts. Can't do anything till the game starts. I don't have kickoff just yet, but I did find the channel. ESPN Unlimited. It also has +1. KUSA TV 9 News. But ESPN Unlimited seems to be the main broadcast here. And outside of ESPN Unlimited, if you do have the NFL Network, NFL Plus, you can get it. Interesting. I think they're promoting that right now, actually. That's cool. All good. All right, y'all. So this is this week. Next week's preseason is coming in hot. I'll go ahead and start downloading that file as well. Just heard a chime in my headset. Let's see who that is. I have everything riding on the Falcons tonight, says Just Max. Max, it's preseason, dude. What are you doing? Why would you put everything on a preseason game? You're one wild guy, man. One wild guy. All right. Looks like Maroon Commando loves the Roman Circus. Looks like 14 Denver is shouting out for the Mile High Club. Shout out to you, sir. We got Manuel Duran saying Denver Broncos. My local channel showing Bucks versus Jets. -2, Robert Apache, -2. Let's see. Matthew says, tell him. Real Bill saying, laughing in tears. B. Johnson says, Acorns. Mario, can you show the defensive stats when each team is on defense? I could try something like that. Yeah, man, it actually wouldn't be that hard of a toggle. I'd really just have to toggle it manually. But, yeah, I could do that as long as I can remember to switch it back, Tommy. I could definitely do that if it helps. We're still waiting for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. I promise I'll get you guys every snap, every play, every down. Stiddy maybe can get a little redemption for the AFCCG from last year tonight. It says tactically tainted. Donovan says, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. I got David Whitney saying, thanks again, bro, for the play-by-play. I got you, David. Thanks for watching, sir. Mr. Fantastic says, I keep forgetting it's preseason when I bet. There's no telling what's going to happen. There is no telling, dude, what it's like straight up. There is no telling what's going to happen in these preseason games. Anybody betting big money on preseason has serious issues? Well, here we go. Ready for this game to start. Looks like we are going to get kickoff here. Game tracker should be up and running already. Okay. So I do have some major delay between this and the game. We're going to make it work anyways. Here is the opening kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, and it will be brought back. The 20, the 25, and the 30, down at about the 31-yard line. The Denver Broncos will start this game off with possession. And this is going to really challenge me because I do believe that this is a secondary covering of the game, which means I don't know if it's got the actual correct data scrolling by. Well, we'll see. We want to keep the data available right here. So, 1st and 10, single back formation. We do have Jarrett Stidham in at quarterback right now for this Denver Broncos squad. Guys, the Broncos now have switched to an I from the 31-yard line. Stidham airs this out. It's caught at about the 45, down at the 46. That's a big gain. That's good for a first down. 15-yard pickup. First down, Denver Broncos. It's 1st and 10. 14 minutes and 40 seconds here. And this is why I need to build in my delay, because down below you can see the changes happening before I get to announce them, which is difficult for me. But we are going to see a big play right here from R.J. Harvey. Here is the snap out of the double wing formation, and that's a handoff to the single back. He does pick up 5 yards. He's down at the 50-yard line. Call it the Atlanta 49. It does bring up a 2nd down and 5. So 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are just across midfield right now. We'll do this as well. Fewer spoilers, the better. Yeah, I could bring this out. Bring him out, bring him out. Dropping back, looking right. Stidham delivers another one. It'll be a 4-yard gain on 2nd down and 5. So 2nd down and 5. It is caught for a 4-yard gain. It's 3rd down and 1 at the Atlanta 45. 3rd down and 1 at the Atlanta 45. 13 and a half minutes here left to go as this game is getting started right now. Game just now getting going. Football under center right now, an I formation here for this Denver Broncos squad. They're showing blitz. They're going to turn around and hand this off. It's Adam Prentice, the fullback, who gets the carry this time. Adam Prentice will run on 3rd down and 1 to the Atlanta 45. That's going to be a 4-yard pickup, and it's going to be a first down for the Broncos once again. First down, Denver Broncos. So the Broncos pick up a first down. Let me make a couple of adjustments here. Let me see. There's a tab that I'm missing right now. It's this one, right? No, it's this one. Now we can see some of the pass catchers here. All right, 1st and 10, 41-yard line. Jarrett Stidham shoots to the end zone. It's a deep shot. It's caught just shy, down at the 1-yard line. This puts us inside the red zone. Cortland Sutton goes up and makes a 40-yard grab, all of that through the air. Jarrett Stidham showing off the arm. And Jarrett Stidham, 3 of 3 for 59 after that pass. Perfect game so far for the Denver Broncos. They are knocking on the door inside of the Atlanta Falcons red zone. Broncos looking to punch it in right now. It's 1st and goal from the 1. The fullback is there. He's going to get the carry. It is Adam Prentice who dives right in, and he's in for the touchdown. It's the first one of the day. Touchdown, Broncos! Yo, this game just started. We are not even 3.5 minutes into this game, and the Falcons defense has already allowed a touchdown. I was just talking about how this Denver Broncos unit has improved and taken a step forward offensively. They're kind of showing that here right now, aren't they? A little bit. All right, well, here's the kick. The extra point attempt is up. The extra point attempt is good. And the score is now 7. Here's what I'll do. Actually, okay. Turn this off. Let's turn off the sound here. So I need to make a couple changes. Couple changes that I want to make. So I've got this drive chart down below. I've got 2 drive charts down below. I got 2 drive charts down below, guys. And I think I want to spread. This part out just a bit. But it's all locked. So let's see if I can. But if I bring this out just a hair, I'm thinking I might be able to bring these in just a little bit more. How bad? Still trying to solidify the new graphics for. Still trying to solidify the new graphics here, guys. I know one thing for sure that I need to change that you guys already told me that you prefer is this. The dark mode toggle. So you guys already voiced to me that you preferred the dark mode. Here's the relaunch. So I can set up dark mode now. Let's do this one here. Cool. And what I could do with that, let's turn on this. And I know I should probably not be doing this in regular time. There we go. Man, you know what? We're just going to move that back. I think we're going to leave it there. I think it's fine. I think that's fine. Okay, but CBS. And here I am thinking to myself and making changes in real time. I know someone's going to say something about it, but I don't care because I got to get this fixed. Cool. I feel good about that. And then my second drive chart, let's lock this up. Second drive chart should be this one. Nope. Ooh, that's interesting. It does turn the drive chart inside out. So I don't know if I love that. Maybe I can pull this drive chart up on a different browser. And that would work better. Because I do like the green from the drive chart. So let's do this. You see how we're making changes in real time? Ladies and gentlemen, we did just get the kickoff coming back from the commercial break after the Broncos have scored their opening touchdown of this game. The commercial break is officially over, and I know I didn't quite get a chance to engage with y'all during that commercial break. It is still preseason. But it is Falcons with the football right now, and Tua Tagovailoa under center. He'll turn around and hand this off. That's going to be a no gain on the play. It is going to bring up a 2nd down and 10, and we are going to get this clock ticking once again. So 2nd down and 10 coming up here. Football at the Atlanta Falcons 31-yard line. Football at the Atlanta Falcons 31-yard line. Let's do this. Okay. This is the one that we want. And looks like Tua is going to be sacked on this next play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. 2nd down becomes 3rd down and 14. 3rd down and 14. The clock is still ticking here. And this is our first look at the Atlanta Falcons. He actually had to abort the play. The ball got snapped to him, and he couldn't control the snap from 5 yards back, and that it looked like an empty backfield. 3rd down. It's 3rd and 5, not 3rd and goal. 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15. Out of the shotgun, here is the snap. Tua looks to the right, throws to the right. It is going to be caught out there on that side by Kyle Pitts, but it's not going to be enough to move the sticks. It'll bring up a 4th down and 8 after that play. Not really impressed by what I just saw. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes, ain't it? Cool. Actually, this looks better over here. Let's do this. Settings. We're going to get a punt right now. It's going to be better here. A little bit of both worlds. Solid punt right here, guys. That goes all the way back to the 10. The punt is going to be wrapped up at the 10, down at the 16-yard line. Not a big punt return. Good punt at the end of it all. Well done there by the by the Atlanta Falcons. The Broncos have brought it out just a little bit. This is set. We're set. Cool. All right, guys. I think we're almost to where we need to be. We're very close. We're very close. Last change, I guess, is CBS drive chart still the same? I think it is. So then let's do this CBS drive chart now that we're back at a final commercial break. CBS test. Sweet. Good? Better? Best? I like it. I think we're set. I know that was grueling. Let me stop my clock. That thing is just running. 9:51 here left to go. We did just get the punt. It is now 1st and 10. It is now Broncos football. Holy cow. We are set. Let's see what's going on, chat. That was fun. All right. Everything is set. Tua looked out of place. I felt a little out of place. No fix today. Cheese Bears. Bijan going to get 10 yards? I don't think so, Chris. I don't think he's going to play at all today at this point. It looks like he got the 1 carry, no yards, and I don't even know if that's Bijan or Brian. I didn't even see if that was Bijan or Brian. Let's see. It was Brian, not Bijan. So Brian Robinson, this is what I was talking about at the very start of this live stream. If it says B. Robinson, please verify that it's not Brian Robinson Jr. because eso lo que pasa. That happens a lot. Shout out to Patrick saying, hey, Robert, how you doing? Shout out to Lori Mooneyham saying, hey, Mario. Hey, Lori. And make it better, better, better. Better, better, better. Wah! Na, 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 na. Are you calling the Seahawks game tomorrow? No, I'm calling the Cowboys game tomorrow. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. I'm kidding, dude. Yes, I am calling that game. It is my Dallas Cowboys versus the Seattle Seahawks tomorrow. We'll be live for that as well. Yowman Adventures, welcome in. Zachariah Branch should definitely start this game. Says Animated. What up, Animated? Very well, sir, says Patrick Likes. Shout outs to Denver Broncos, says Kyle Tyrese. What up, Kyle Tyrese? Pardon me, do you have any mustard, Mr. Bijan? I bet he gets that a lot. I bet he does get that quite a bit. Shout out, chat. Let's see. Is Tua coming back for another drive? Maybe. Right now it's the Broncos with the football. It's a snap and a handoff on 1st and 10, and it goes to the right-hand side. Well, looks like the run is a 3-yard gain here for R.J. Harvey. It brings up a 2nd down and 7. 2nd down and 7. The clock is ticking once again. We've got Earth Citizen, who's become a channel member, who has been a channel member now for 8 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, Earth Citizen. 2nd down and 7. Broncos, 19-yard line. Turn around and hand this off to the right side. It's R.J. Harvey, who does pick up 6 yards on this play. It brings up a 3rd down and 1 and moves the football to the Denver Broncos 25-yard line. So football at the Broncos 25. It's 3rd down and 1. Shout out to Wood Bentley saying, how about the Bills game in the new stadium? Bills game in the new stadium. I think I'm covering Bills in week 1 to start the actual regular season. 6 games on week 1, guys. You heard that right. 6 games in week 1. I formation. Stepping off to the side. It's a turnaround and a handoff once again. Looks like R.J. Harvey only needed 1. He picks up 2. The result of the play, Denver Broncos, 1st down. 1st down for Denver. Man, Denver Broncos last season really hoping to go all the way. But the AFC provided a very different champion on the other side. What are you going to do, man? We've got an offset eye right now. Looks like it's still Jared Stidham in under center right here. I got Jared Stidham under center. Sam Ehlinger is behind him. Here's the snap. It's going to be, next in rotation. R.J. Harvey, 1st and 10, picks up just about nothing there on that play. Call it a gain of 0. It is a gain of 0. Okay. Looks like a super chat just came in. Super chat from Patrick. Thank you, Mr. Patrick. Patrick likes. I appreciate you, sir. That is very thoughtful, very generous on a $10 super chat. 2nd down and 10 coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. This time from the 27-yard line. Stidham goes to the second shelf. A one-handed grab for Courtland Sutton. It's good for a 1st down. What a catch. Courtland Sutton makes a grab here. Looks like no huddle. They're going to get back to the line here quickly, but Jared Stidham connects there with Sutton. It's a 1st down. 1st and 10 coming up here. Broncos have moved the football now. They're at the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's a handoff to the back again. This time, Jonah Coleman will pick up 3 yards. It's 2nd down and 7. What a catch, man. That was wild. That was a really good catch for Courtland Sutton up there. The tackle was actually made by C.J. Henderson, but no one's thinking about that tackle. We're all thinking about that catch. Okay, clock is hot. My TV says 2nd down and 6. My cheat sheet over here says 2nd down and 7. Here's the snap. There is the handoff, and again, Jonah Coleman will fall forward for a gain of 1. 3rd down and 6 now coming up and moves the football to the Denver 47-yard line. So Denver 3 yards shy of midfield. Patrick, thank you, Mr. Likes. I appreciate you, sir. Deadly Plan says we will kick some Falcon ass. We'll see. We will see. You're already doing so. No surprise, if I'm being honest. Sorry, Falcons fans. All right, shotgun formation. Jared Stidham takes it. He looks to the right, looks to the left, throws up the middle. Tough catch made there by Evan Ingram. He bobbled the pass but wrapped it up. It was a 3rd down and 6. I don't know if he actually caught that. That might have gone down as incomplete. Let me stop the clock real quick. I do think that's going to be an incomplete pass here. And I do think it's going to bring up a 4th down. Yeah. I do think that's going to use the ground. He bobbled it. Yeah, that's not a catch. Okay, 4th and 6, 5:19 left to go. The punt team is going to come out. It's going to be a punt this time for the Broncos. There's the snap. Here is the hold. There is the punt. And it's signaled a fair catch at the 15. Well, this will take us to a commercial break. All right, guys, welcome. Welcome to today's live stream. Smash the free likes and subs, says Robert Zamora. He got broadcasting voice for sure, says Birds. What up, man? Appreciate you. And yes, I said Studham. I see. Go Falcons, says William. Ola, my buddy. Robert Zamora, go Broncos. Wood Bentley says, we're Vic's, we need him. Where's Vic when you need him? Oh, man. I was going to say something out of pocket. Glad I didn't. Okay, I want to take a quick look right now. Just want to poke my head in giggity phrasing on the analytics really quick. See what we got going on. Beautiful. All right, guys. So those of y'all who are in this chat, we are practicing our snaps and getting ourselves better at these play calling right now. It is preseason, and I know that these games carry very little weight out here. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you are currently watching, to do me a favor and just smash that like button if you have not already done so. If you have not already smashed that like button, go ahead and do it. About 700 people watching. So off to a this is exactly what I expected for preseason. I'll be honest, man. I was not expecting anything crazy out of these preseason games, especially not for two teams that I'm not necessarily a fan of. I've got some players on both squads that I do enjoy, but everyone here knows that I'm a Cowboys fan. William, I appreciate you. Drago says like button smashed. Thank you, Mr. Balboa. Shout out to Jamal Newton saying, hey, Robert. CJ Banning says, giggity. Mario, you great. No need to practice, says Dave Olof. Definite need to practice. Well, honestly, I know there are a handful of you guys who have been here since the very first live stream we did this season at the Hall of Fame game. Then we did a game yesterday. That was our second game back. This is our third game back in the saddle. And it took 3 games just to make sure we don't have awful buffering, to make sure that we can set up the drive charts properly with the correct color grading that you guys prefer, and still have the whiteboard down below where you can see what's actually going on. So it takes a little bit of practice. It does, you know. Not a whole lot of practice, but it takes a little bit of getting back into it. I feel good about getting these practice snaps in. Do you have your coffee? This is all coffee. This is 100% all coffee. And there's a lot. Howdy, people, says Jason. Several seasons, says Gary. Yes, several seasons in. We're back from the commercial break. First thing I see as my eyes come up onto the screen is going to be a run on 1st and 10. This time it's the Atlanta Falcons who get the carry. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd down and 4. As a 6-yard gain is made by Brian Robinson Jr. The clock is ticking once again. We now have under 5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1 as the Falcons line up for the second play of the drive. Tua, nice block there. Tua lets go of the ball to Kyle Pitts. Pitts picks up about 12. A whistle comes in, so the official's going to drop the first flag of the game. Let's find out what this one is. I think it's going to be a hold, but I think it's going to be against the defense here. I think it's going to be a hold against the Broncos. Falcons with the ball. Flag came in to stop the clock. Waiting for the official call still. Please stand by. Prior to the pass, holding number 59, the penalty is declined. So Jaquan McMillan is the one to commit the penalty here. Jaquan McMillan commits the penalty. It's a hold. It's declined. Kyle Pitts will get the catch right there. And so it's Kyle Pitts who has his second reception of the day, 17 yards later. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Falcons on their own 32. Tua takes it. Tua fakes it. Tua, clean pocket. Pocket crumbles. Looks to the right. Throws to the right. Incomplete. 4:14 remaining. It's 2nd and 10. I know that's a lot of information to try to dissect. Not half bad. Congrats on 147, says Earth Citizen. Thank you, Earth Citizen. We're trying to get to 148. We probably need to pick up about 75 subscribers today, which seems like a tall order for this preseason game, considering that would be 10% of the audience. Shotgun formation, and looks like a flag is going to come in. It's 2nd down and 10. Flag is coming in. It's going to be a false start here. So, Antoine Wells Jr. commits the false start on the play. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down and 15. Falcons behind the sticks. That pushes them back to their, looks like the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 15. Tua Tagovailoa waits for it in the shotgun. 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. 4-man rush. Tua up the middle. Looks like it's a one-handed grab. That could have been. I think that's caught. Kyle Pitts does pick up another 5 yards. It's 3rd down and 10. So 3rd down and 10 now coming up. It's preseason. Falcons win, says Alperex. Alperer X. Shotgun. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Tua with a running back to his left. Will take the snap. Will drop back. The 4-man rush is enough to have Tua throw that thing away in desperation. It's a bad pass. It's a 4th down. 3:31 here left to go. they're currently talking about all of Tua's concussions. And, yeah, his processing speed just seems rough. Like, Tua just had to get rid of that football to avoid getting sacked. He needs to be the least sacked quarterback in the NFL for a lot of reasons, dude. Poor Tua, man. Poor Tua. I feel so bad for him, man. Here comes the punt on 4th down and 10. The Falcons will send this back to the Denver Broncos. The Broncos will return. There's a flag on the return. The football is run out to the 36-yard line, but let's see what the officials have to say here. They're going to probably, I heard him saying there's probably going to be a hold, but we'll see if that's true. Family, one thing about your following, if you ask them to hit that sub, they will, no problem. Well, sometimes, man. During the kick, holding number 34, receiving team. The penalty will be enforced from the end of the run is what I believe I heard him say. I do also see him saying this, indicating a timeout here. It's an offensive holding against the Denver Broncos, who now have possession. The Broncos will be pushed back because of the penalty all the way to their own 11-yard line when we get back from this commercial break. That's what we will see. Cool. So commercial break after the holding on the Broncos. Tua is concussed with the center snaps. Honestly, Tua doesn't slide feet first. He dives head first, says DJ Gene. Why is Tua even in, says Birds. Honestly, man, I don't know. I don't know why Tua's even in the NFL at this point. Question. Have you signed up for this week's, or for week 1 pick'ems? Ladies and gentlemen, week 1 pick'ems, we are giving away $100 cash, and we are also giving away this Troy Aikman signed football. Yeah, Troy Aikman signed football. It is JSA graded. It is JSA authorized and certified, and it's got its card here and its sticker to go with it. So $100 plus this NFL signed football. Folks, if you guys want a piece of this for your collection, it is free to play. There's a link in the description down below. How many of you guys, is this your first game this season? How many of y'all, is it the first game this season? Welcome back. I want that ball, says DJ Gene. Earth Citizen says defense. Don't let Dave H-back see that ball. He'll go nuts, says E. Ross. Good, man. I hope so. Wasn't Tua the quarterback for Miami? He was, Wood Bentley. He was. But Miami had to do and make a lot of changes all the way up and down their roster. Miami no longer has Jalen Waddle. Miami no longer has Mike McDaniel as the head coach. Miami no longer has, well, they lost Raheem Mostert a while back, but that's, you know, you got Devon Achane and Ollie Gordon out there, and maybe Tyreek Hill at this point, but I don't really know what the Dolphins are going to do. I do think the Dolphins are going to be basically right there with the Jets, avoiding the Sacco. We'll see how it goes. Jason Frost, first NFL game with you was your entire World Cup, says Jason. Well, welcome back, Jason. Folks, commercial break is over. Commercial break is over, and it looks like there's a flag on this play. 1st and 10 here for the Denver Broncos. They're calling it an ineligible player downfield. So during the kickoff, there was a 10-yard penalty, which put them on the 11. Now there's a 5-yard penalty, which puts them on the 6. It's 1st down and 15 for the Denver Broncos. And now this drive will start on the 6-yard line. Here we go. On the 6-yard line we go. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers left. 1 receiver on the right, and the tight end bunched out there as well. Dropping back, Stidham delivers to the tight end. It's caught out past the 25. Evan Ingram makes a big grab here on 1st and 15. He picks up 24 yards on 1st and 15. The result of this play is a 1st down Denver Broncos. So the Broncos move the sticks. Denver's on the run. Denver's on the move. The Broncos, from the 6-yard line, have now found themselves at the Denver 30. They approach midfield right now. Clock is hot. Camera focused on Sean Payton right here. 1st and 10 from the 30. Play clock down to 6. Motion from Evan Ingram. Stidham will turn around and hand this off to Mike McGlinchey, who picks up 9 yards. There's a flag in on the play. Let's stop this clock. I think they're going to call this a hold on the offense. Yep. This officiating crew really likes this holding call. Another holding against the Broncos. 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 20. Okay. 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 20. See what happens here. It was a catch. Actually, it was not a catch. It was a good run from McGlinchey, but the offensive hold brought it back. So holding on the offense, here's a snap. Stidham will look to the left and throw. That pass to the left directed to Evan Ingram. Incomplete pass. 2nd down and 20. 2:09 here left to go. The incomplete pass does stop the clock. Football still at the Denver 20-yard line. Football still at the Denver 20. John Tonian says, first game, bro. Break. Broncos line up. Stidham licks his hands because that's just what you do. Shotgun on 2nd and 20 from the 20. Stidham takes it. Bobbles the snap, but he's got it recovered. Looks to the left, delivers the pass to the left. Tough tackle right there. It is going to be caught. Looks like this time it's Jonah Coleman. And a flag on the play is going to stop this one again. Who is this one on? Another flag on the play. It was 2nd down and 20. Penalty on Atlanta. Illegal contact. 5-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down. Wow. Wow, the defense just gave up a 1st down. It would have been 3rd down and extra long, but the penalty this time is against the Falcons for illegal contact. For illegal contact right here, it's 1st and 10. So the Falcons get raked over the coals right there. It was Christian Harris. Actually, I believe that was Holmes who made the mistake. It's 1st and 10 coming up now for the Broncos. 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Jared Stidham single back with 1:47 left to go in quarter number 1. Stidham turns around, hands this off. Nice spin move here, and Coleman runs for a solid 13 yards before being dragged down. Well done, solid run, 1st down, Denver Broncos. Jonah Coleman picks up 13 yards. The clock continues to tick. That was his 3rd carry of the day. He's now up to 17 yards after that one. 3rd carry for 17 yards. Stats are on the right-hand side. Passing yards, rushing yards, and receiving yards down at the bottom. Jared Stidham under center. Single back. Looks like there's going to be either a false start, we'll see what they say, or an offsides here. They're going to call this encroachment. We stop the clock. 1:04 here left to go. It is going to be a flag against the Falcons this time. Encroachment against the Falcons is going to be a 5-yard penalty. So this will make it 1st down and 5 now for the Denver Broncos. Okay. 1st down and 5 for the Broncos. Football at the Denver 43-yard line. Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another season of football. Drago Balboa's with us. Country saying Falcons over the Broncos. That's risky. It is risky, Country. It definitely is. Less risky during preseason. During regular season, I would not take that bet. Single back. Here's the snap. Stidham turns around. Jonah Coleman, another solid run. Dude, I'm about to circle this guy's name. Jonah Coleman fighting for that roster spot, and he very well might get it. He runs for 7 yards on that 1st and 5. Another 1st down coming up here. And we will need to get one more play in before the end of quarter number 1. The game clock and the play clock are just about exactly the same, about a half a second difference here. Stidham, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Stidham drops back from the 50, delivers a beautiful pass to the 30, and stays on his feet, has to be dragged out of bounds. Catch made by Troy Franklin, and that's good for another Denver Broncos first down. By the way, he goes out of bounds. Looks like forward progress stopped, and yeah, they're going to milk this clock. The officials stopped the clock, but I think they started it right away. So second quarter coming up. We'll put 15 minutes when we get back. It's a 1st and 10 from the Atlanta 27. Denver Broncos approaching the red zone. It's coming in hot. End of quarter number 1. What's up, guys? Troy Franklin says Vontae Leroy, Oregon native. I don't bet anymore, says Robert Zamora. Let's see, a couple more comments in right here. Let's see, need to keep reminding myself to calm down as it's only preseason. Us longtime NFL fans know that preseason is really more about teams figuring out their backups. Fact. Guys, that's all it is. That's all this is right now. But I cover a ton of preseason games during the preseason because it's important to be faced with challenges and know how to overcome those challenges when they happen during the regular season. It's one thing to make a mistake or have to change my slides out and not know what I'm doing if I've got 400 or 500 people. It's another thing if I've got 4,000 or 5,000 people who are all watching and are expecting a certain level of production value. So the more snaps that we get, the better that this show becomes. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and bring this part up one more time, guys. Just a quick glance here at these two sides once more. This Denver Broncos team defensively has been fantastic, and honestly, even their backups are doing a great job against Tua Tagovailoa. The backups have basically made him throw away the football 3 times now on that last drive. He is under duress a lot right now. You can see Tua. Well, you haven't seen much of Tua. We keep getting 3 and outs. So we're in quarter number 2. I've got 6:45 p.m. Quarter number 1 took about 45 minutes there. This team, I expect this to stay basically the same this year, guys. I don't expect the Denver Broncos to take a step back defensively. They finished last year with a 14-3 regular season record. They should be in that pocket again this year. They might be more of a 12-5 team, but I do expect them to still be in the postseason. When we take a quick look at the numbers for the Atlanta Falcons, there's not really anything that stands out here except for the fact that, hey, well, you got Tua. Bijan Robinson would be something that stands out. Defensively, not so bad. I will say this defense is the second best defense behind the Denver Broncos at generating sacks, and they are a top 12 team inside the red zone. Looks like a super chat coming in right now. Dave Olaf says yes, but Bo Nix will take a step back, says Dave. It's possible. Unknown to you. Welcome back, brother. Appreciate that super chat, dude. Okay, we haven't had any touchdown music in a while. Let's see if someone can score in this quarter. It's Stidham who lays this one out, and a terrible pass will stop the clock. 14:56. It's 2nd down and 10. Football at the Atlanta 27. The Broncos in enemy territory. They are approaching the end zone now. Mario, the game is back, says B. Bowles. Mr. B. Bowles. Cheers to you, sir. So the clock is stopped after the incomplete pass to shotgun formation. Broncos wait for the football on the 27. Stidham, the blitz coming in. Stidham tries to diagnose, makes the wrong decision. He is sacked a yard behind the line of scrimmage. And just as we're talking about how many sacks were generated by that Falcons unit, the Falcons come up with one right then and there. It's 3rd down and 11 now. Atlanta has been pushed back to their own 28-yard line. It's Broncos with possession here. They are inside of field goal range. Got a ways to go. And looks like a little confusion here on the defensive side for the Atlanta Falcons as they get set. This time, the snap comes in and another blitz is dialed up. Lil Jordan Humphrey is the receiver at the end of this one. He is going to be brought down immediately after making the grab. It's going to be a 3-yard gain. It's 4th down and 8 at the Atlanta 25. 3rd down and 8 at the Atlanta 25. And we get a field goal now. So the field goal unit comes out. It's going to be Will Lutz. We'll stop the clock here. Actually, we'll keep it going. Will Lutz to kick a field goal. Looks like this one's going to be a 43-yarder here today. This kick from the right hash is up. This kick is good. And the Denver Broncos going to get another handful of points. All right, we'll put 3 points on the board here for the Denver Broncos. We can stop the clock with 13:35. The Atlanta Falcons are going to get a chance to run the ball and play some football offensively here. Let's see if they have any luck in that process. The Broncos just knocked back a 43-yard field goal, and the Falcons are going to have to clean up this mess. Falcons down by 2 possessions when we get back. Is Michael Penix Jr. playing this year? That's maybe, coach. So Michael Penix Jr., I'll say this, he is still on the roster. They do have Jack Strand, the rookie out of Minnesota State, and they've also got Cooper Rush. And if I'm being honest, I think that Cooper Rush and Tua Tagovailoa are probably the same caliber quarterback. Some people might think I'm crazy, but I've seen a lot of Cooper Rush as a Dallas Cowboys fan, and now Cooper Rush is bouncing around the league a lot too, right? He went from Dallas Cowboys longtime backup quarterback to the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens, and now he's found himself here on the Atlanta Falcons. We'll see if his number or when his number is called up. We'll see if and when his number is called up. Davey says, what game are you doing tomorrow at 4? I'm not doing a game at 4, my friend. I'm not doing a game tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'm only doing the games that I want to do because it's preseason here. So week 1, I'm going to take a break here. Santino is going to do this Vikings and Giants game. Awesome. So you guys who want to catch the Vikings and catch the Giants, you guys can catch it with Santino, who is a Vikings fan and a Giants fan. I will be live for this Cowboys and Seahawks game after that. And for the record, guys, there will be a few days this season. I think I've got like 5 games circled on the calendar where Santino is going to fill in for me, because when I do quadruple headers, sometimes my voice just isn't going to be there, and to give my voice a break, Santino will come in and help. And in case you're wondering who Santino is the one who is putting together all of these beautiful slides for you guys and doing the graphics here for Football Nation. Let's see. I was hoping you did the Rams and Chiefs, says Davey. Don't worry, we will cover a lot of the Rams. Let me go ahead and bring up my schedule for you guys, so you guys can see some of the games. Ooh, kickoff return out past the 35, down to the 37. It's going to be a 1st and 10 here. Atlanta Falcons call it the 39 on a 32-yard run. It's 1st and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons. All right, guys, take a quick look over here. Oh, maybe you can't. That's right. I just remembered. No, yeah, I could totally do that. I can plug that one in here. Let's plug that one in. These are all the games that I plan to cover. This is what, preseason week 1 right here? Oh, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. This is actually the week 1 schedule. I'll have 6 games. There will be that Rams and 49ers game that we cover when the season starts. We'll talk about that during the next commercial break. For now, let's stay locked in. So I've got a 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10 right now. Football pass was incomplete. It is Cooper Rush who is currently in right now, guys. So Cooper Rush is on the field for the Falcons right now. Rush in a shotgun formation. Rush takes it. 4-man coming in. Rush throws this one into the hands of the Broncos defense. It's intercepted here, and Cooper Rush will give this one away. Well, you know, I was just talking trash here, and the Broncos have won the football back. Intercepted, picked off right there by Riley Moss at the, what was that? Right at the 50-yard line. Riley Moss intercepted at the 50-yard line. Brought it back for 5 yards before being tagged by Drummond. It's going to be a first down for the Denver Broncos. Tough one. My girl just said, why do you watch football? They just make a basket. And yay, 5 points. Vontae. I love that. Reminds me, can the Chiefs have a bounce back year and make the playoffs? I think they can. O2RR. O2RR. Okay. Turn that fan on. Getting hot. It's getting hot in here. He was in a rush, says Pebble. You're crazy, Mario. I am crazy. I'm crazy. Did Kevin Stefanski, when was this? No? Okay. They were saying something here. I got a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 48 after the interception, folks. It is Broncos in Atlanta territory. Denver take the snap out of the pro set. It's a handoff this time, and it goes to the left. A run to the left for 3 yards, 2nd down and 7. I think at this point the Broncos are going to test their run game. Tyler Batty is now on the field. He just got that carry for 3 yards. I actually would not be surprised if the Broncos just kept the football on the ground to get into the locker room and run through this game as fast as possible. They are in Atlanta for this game. Here's a turnaround and a handoff. Stidham puts this into the hands of Jaleel McLaughlin. Okay, McLaughlin picks up 12 yards on a run here. 2nd down and 7. He moves the football from the Atlanta 45 to the Atlanta 33. It's 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 33 after that play. And boy, oh boy, is this drive chart going to need some kind of delay. I'm going to have to find a way to delay that. Come hell or high water. Going to have to figure it out. Here's a snap. Ooh, a little jet sweep right now. He's going to put that into the belly of Cam Ross. Cam Ross stumbles forward, hits R3 to collect his balance. He was falling down. It was 1st and 10 from the Atlanta 33. Cameron Ross picks up, 28 yards all the way from the Atlanta 33. It's 1st and goal at the Atlanta 5. Inside the red zone we go. Broncos just going to keep the ball on the floor. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. It's Broncos with possession. Okay, I'm thinking out. There we go. This is going to be no gain on the play. Trying to figure out what would be the best. I think that's easier to read. 2nd and goal now coming up. 2nd down and goal now coming up. Stampede, says Country. This game might be over before halftime, says Unky James. It could be. It could be. Whose career will Stefanski try to ruin next? Ooh, savage comment there, dude. That's a savage comment. 2nd and goal from the 5. Stidham. Ooh, throws this one. It's going to be caught. This time looks like Jaleel McLaughlin is in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Denver Broncos. They get another one. 10:47 left to go in the first half. The Denver Broncos are up 16-0. This could be a very memorable night. The Falcons are just getting mollywopped right now in the first half of this game. Well then, extra point attempt coming up now. Broncos did not spend much time in the red zone at all on that one. Hackbo. Never would have thought I would read that collection of words together. Let's see. Tracy Simmons. Dave says, I'm so glad I didn't bet money on the Falcons. Both teams are low bar right now. Still anybody's game, says David Neville. That's why we love football. Mega Man says, Orale, Super Mario. What up, Mega Man? How are ya? Let's blow this up just a hair. Shall we? We shall. Cool. What's up, Mega Man? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Well, the extra point attempt is there. It's been all Broncos all day. The Denver Broncos are up 17-0. Can the Falcons do to the Broncos what the Patriots did to the Falcons in the Super Bowl? I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Falcons are cooked. Falcons are cooked birds. Yeah, it looks like the chickens right now. Ranch Hand JD says Bo Nix is the GOAT and Stiddy is a party. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Hey, 14-3 is definitely a low bar. Says true. I know, right? I don't think that the Broncos are a low bar team at all. Yeah. Broncos had a really good season, man. 14-3 year. They only dropped 3 games. Got to give them credit where credit was due. Got to give them credit where credit is due. I mean, you see it here, guys. 14-3 is not a bad year, especially when you compare it to 8-9 for the Falcons. Now, the Falcons actually had the same record that the Falcons had the same record in the NFC South as the Carolina Panthers, who did make the postseason. But one could argue that the NFC South is the weakest division in all of football. You've got you got Bryce Young, now Tua. Baker Mayfield is arguably the best quarterback in this division, and then Tyler Shuck as the other quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans is going to take a step forward, mark my words. And honestly speaking, this is one of the hardest divisions to try and predict. A lot of people want to lean towards going in the direction of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but Baker's not happy with his contract. Vita Vea has requested a trade, and the main engines that run that team are not happy right now. There's no more Mike Evans on the squad as well, so I think the Buccaneers do take a step back. I think the Saints are going to shock some people, if I'm being honest. I think the Saints are going to look pretty good. I think the Falcons will be the number 2 team in this division as well, but I don't know that there is going to be enough space for 2 NFC South teams, if that makes sense. Any Falcons fans left? Well, I don't know, Dave. We'll see. William says it's a weak division. I agree. Julius says, I think the Falcons suck, says Julius. Cardinals' second-round draft pick is out for the season. Ooh. Basantis is out for season. That's never fun. Here's the kickoff. Here is the return. Football is brought out to about the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 10 coming up here for the Atlanta Falcons. Let's see if they can do anything on this drive. Football's at the 34. It's 1st and 10. Okay. My screen just minimized for whatever reason. It's going to be a handoff here to the right-hand side, 1st and 10. It's a 4-yard pickup on 1st and 10. It's 2nd down and 6. Let me start my clock and change my TV here because it kind of just glitched out on me. Stand by. Not sure what all that was about, but it's going to be a handoff here. Nathan Carter will pick up 2 yards on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 at the Atlanta 40-yard line. Ooh, rock and roll. All right. Turn that off. There's no need for that right now. Third down and 4, not third and goal. Third down and 4 at the 40-yard line. Atlanta looking for a first down. Lord knows they need it. Cooper Rush is in a shotgun formation. He drops back, looks to Zachariah Branch, and gosh, very offline here with him and Zachariah Branch. That was nowhere near Branch on that play. So an incomplete pass on third down and 4, and you can hear the boos coming in from the stands. It's another 3 and out with 9:24 left to go. Kevin Stefanski with his arms crossed. I mean, do you expect that much more out of Kevin Stefanski? You hired the Browns head coach. Isaiah, welcome to first down. Isaiah Berger, fist bumps to you, my friend. 4th down and 4. Punt team is out. Is this going to be a fake punt? Am I counting this correct right now? Okay. There's the snap. They didn't even have 10. They didn't even have 11 guys on the field. They were willing to do that play with just 10 on the field. 9 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. It's going to be a first down coming up now for the Denver Broncos. All Broncos all day. What's up, Isaiah? Welcome in. Stefanski is not the answer, unfortunately. Write down my metal alley, says John Tonian. Giggity. The Falcons can have Rudolph. They had the perfect guy. Man, I tell you what, I did like Raheem Morris. It's crazy that they got rid of him so quickly, too. So quickly. I think he was making improvements to that Falcons roster. But the Falcons have not been the Falcons since Dan Quinn left. And now the Washington Commanders, with Dan Quinn as their head coach, are hoping to bounce back as long as Jaden Daniels can stay healthy. It's a big if, though, on whether or not he can stay healthy. Here we go. It's Falcons with the football. It's 1st and 10. Excuse me. It's Broncos with the football. It's 1st and 10. Single back formation. A handoff to Jaleel McLaughlin. McLaughlin will fall and get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. The clock starts to tick. 2nd down and 10. Let's read some of these comments right now that are coming in. I got a 2nd down and 10 at the Denver 18-yard line. 2nd down and 10 at the Denver 18-yard line. Mick Gogol says that Kevin sucked as the head coach. Country says, Football Nation, no, the Vikings trading Darnold. That was a mistake. Oh, yeah, trading Sam Darnold was a huge mistake. To the right-hand side, they go. It's Jarrett Stidham trying to confuse people by pointing around. A flag is thrown on the play. This will stop the clock with 8:34. Let's find out what this is going to be. Holding, number 65, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down. So it'll be a 2nd down and 20. It was a 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 20 here. Chris King says Tua done it. Tua done, ain't it? Yep. Ain't he? He is. Remember when the NFC South was one of the scariest divisions in the NFL? It's been a while. It's been since Tom Brady was playing football. Shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Jarrett Stidham in his own end zone steps out to the left-hand side. He throws this one away. It's now a 3rd down and extra long. They're calling it a 3rd down and 19. The Denver Broncos, you can see the drive chart down below. They are on their own. Denver Broncos are on their own 9-yard line. True. Saying Jaleel McLaughlin holds the NCAA all-time record for career rushing yards across all divisions, finishing his high school career with 8,155 rushing yards and up to 8,166. Where does the 11-yard discrepancy come from, I wonder? Shotgun formation. 3rd down and 19. Stidham to the left delivers this one. It's a screen play that everybody on the Falcons saw coming. Bad pass right there. Tackle made by Holmes. Cameron Ross gets the grab. He goes nowhere. It's 4th down and 18, and it's time to punt this thing again. So now it's punt practice. This does give the Broncos This does give the Atlanta Falcons a chance to get some points back here. This has now become a 3-possession game. There's a big difference between 17 and 16 points in the NFL. A huge difference between 16 points and 17 points in the NFL. We are midway through the second quarter. Here is a punt that is returned to about the 34-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Atlanta Falcons with 7 minutes and 19 seconds here left to go. And I think they're going to take us back to a quick commercial break. So 7:19, quick commercial. Cool. All right, let's take a quick look at the schedule here, guys. For those of y'all who missed it earlier, this is the Broncos schedule. Next week, preseason week 2, it's going to be the Packers that the Broncos have to play. So Packers at Broncos. Then in week 3 for preseason, guys, this will be the last chance that the coaches get to shave down their rosters to a 53-man roster. And after this, you are who you are, and that is your team. You're locked in unless you make trades or acquire people through free agency. But they do need to lock in their 53-man rosters here soon before the end of this month. The first game of the NFL season is Wednesday night, not Thursday. Wednesday night is the very first game of the season. And that is going to be the Super Bowl rematch. So Wednesday night is the first game of the NFL season, September 9th. That is going to be Patriots versus Seahawks. Then we're going to get into the international games. Thursday night football is going to take place in Melbourne, Australia, guys. So we have a Wednesday game, a Thursday game for Thursday night football. Then we'll have Sunday, all-day football, 3 games on Sunday. That should take us out to 5 games for the week. And then, of course, Monday Night Football is going to be Week 1, Chiefs hosting the Broncos. So this Broncos squad is going to Kansas City for a divisional matchup in Week 1. Week 2, Sunday midday game against the Jaguars, and Week 3, primetime against the Rams. 3 weeks, 2 primetime, and a midday game. The Broncos going to be on the run a lot this season. Taking a quick look here for the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons' schedule, kind of the same situation. It's not a divisional matchup in Week 1. It's also not a primetime game, but they will get Thursday night football in Week 3 against the Packers, and we will be covering Thursday night football, Sunday night football, and Monday night football. So just know we will be covering both of these teams in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season. 49ers have how many players out? I had Kittle on my fantasy football team last year. Could have kept him in this year. Bummer. Sheesh, that first 3 weeks is a tough one, says Isaiah Berger. For real, though, man. I'm back. I was busy. No worries, Ashley. We're here. We are here for you, Ash. Here for you. All righty. 1st and 10. It's a snap and a handoff to the right-hand side. Looks like this time Zachariah Branch is going to get some yardage here. Okay, so I like that Zachariah Branch has been drafted. 81 receptions, 811 yards at Georgia. The Bulldog is in. It's now a 2nd down and 7 here, folks. Let me start this clock. 2nd down and 7. Atlanta Falcons at the 37-yard line. Here is the snap as Cooper Rush hands this off to Tyler Goodson. Tyler Goodson will pick up 2 yards to 3rd down and 5. And still and in danger of another 3 and out. So 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in quarter number 2. Break. Cooper Rush breaks the huddle. Cooper Rush breaks the huddle. Shotgun. Trips to the right and 1 receiver on the left. Rush takes the snap. It's a 3-man rush and flags come in. Stops the clock. Let's find out what this one is. They're going to call this a false start here, guys. Flag on the play. 3rd down and 5 becomes 3rd down and 10. Oops. 3rd down and 5 becomes 3rd down and 10. Rodolfo del Rio says Broncos are going to win. I got trivia for you guys. I hope y'all are ready. Trips to the right, one receiver on the left. Waiting for the snap. It's Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush. Four-man rush comes in. Rush delivers. Nice diving catch made. That's good. It's cut here. Looks like this time it's Dylan Drummond who makes the play. And that's going to be hurry-up offense here. First down. This moves the football out to the 48-yard line. And this time they're going to turn around and hand it off to Tyler Goodson out to about the 50 here. It's second down and 8. So a strong throw got the football to the 48-yard line. That catch was made by Dylan Drummond. Circle him on your calendar or on your radars there for the Atlanta Falcons. He could be very useful later in this season. 5:17 left to go in the first half. Cooper Rush, shotgun formation. Rush takes it, looks to the right, scrambles. He's on the run. Rush throws, connects here, and that's going to be a grab. Looks like Chris Blair makes the catch here. So Chris Blair, the second-year man from Alcorn State, makes the catch on second down and 8. It's first and 10. Good catch here, moves the football to the Denver 34, ladies and gentlemen. Out to the Denver 34. So Blair makes the catch. It's first and 10 at the Denver 34. We wait for the snap. Motion. Little play action here. Cooper Rush being chased. Looks to the right. Delivers the pass. It's a tackle for a loss here. Zachariah Branch does make the grab in full point PPR. That's a catch. But credit to Skinner, who makes the tackle. The safety here for the Denver Broncos makes a tackle for a loss. It's second down. Second down and 11. Football at the Denver 35. 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Single back formation again at the Denver 35. The Falcons are just at the edge of field goal range. It's going to be a toss to the back, and the halfback toss is good for about 8 yards. This will bring up a third down and 3. Tyler Goodson gets the toss. Tyler Goodson goes to the left. He will be brought down by Jahdae Barron. That'll go down as a solo tackle for him. You put sugar in your spaghetti, says Vontae Leroy. Do you not? Why is Branch still out there, says Tide. Derek Davis says, I just ate spaghetti. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. Shotgun. He's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting. That's a first down. The whole crowd grows so loud, he opens his mouth. You like that? You see what I did right there? First down comes in here, and it's Atlanta Falcons keeping it on the ground. Tyler Goodson, first down, Atlanta Falcons. All right. Here we go. Reggio says, oh, my God. Baby, let me love you down. 23-yard line, it's first and 10. Single back formation, Cooper Rush under center. Little play action here. The pressure's coming in. He does throw this to Goodson. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second down and 10. So Tyler Goodson makes the catch. Cooper Rush is now 4 of 7 today. A little above 50% accuracy here. Can't say he's done much better than Tua. Probably about the same. Who thinks that the Packers will go 12-3 this season? Well, I think you're missing 2 games, God Thrasher. 12-3, you're missing 2 games. 17 games in the season, my friend. Okay. Under center. Cooper Rush takes it. The blitz comes in. Rush hits someone on a drag route here. A shallow run. It looks like Anthony II makes the grab right there. That's Vinny Anthony II, the rookie out of Wisconsin, who makes the catch. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. That's not going to be enough to move the sticks, guys. It's going to bring up a third down. It'll be third down and 5, and the football is at the Denver 18. So 2 minutes. All right, guys, this is my favorite moment because it's the 2-minute drill, and I always ask, if you are new Drop 5 emojis. Looking for the newbies in this 2-minute warning, guys. David Neville saying, imagine a no-huddle offense with present schemes where each player knows every player on the offense knows the play sequence for each drive. That's going to be some new age stuff. Watch. Reggio says KFC chicken was 8-piece Dark Tuesday. First time in a year, I think. CJ Banning, I see you. Looks like Calder, first timer. What's going on, newbies? Welcome in. Shout out to Calder for being the first brave one to jump out and say hello. Calder, I appreciate you. Any other newbies in this chat right now? Anybody watching on their TVs right now? Raise your hand if you're watching on a TV. It's almost trivia time, says Sweet Love. Guys, you don't have to be scared to leave a comment. We love talking to the newbies. Ashley, thank you for leaving the comment. We've got Connor saying, go Falcons. Connor, Mr. Evans, thank you. Cheers, man. Appreciate you. Newbies are welcome here, says William Hodge. Will be this year for the Broncos? We'll see. Tracy says me. True says hello. What up, True? I see you, True. David Hampton on the phone. Dante waves. Mark Heddick says hello. Reggio says welcome to the newbies. Ian Bustamante Sr. says, Mario, are you doing any Lions games this year? You bet your bottom dollar, sir. You said my name correctly too, says Calder. Well, welcome. Welcome to today's live stream. Kaysen Jocks says hello. TV with NFL Plus. Fazio in the chat. What up, Fazio? I see you. Is that Fazio Colicchio? Did I say that right? Fazio Colicchio. Derek Davis drops the spaghetti. What up, Derek? Welcome, newbies. I see y'all in this chat. Let's go. Wood Bentley. Welcome. Darian Thompson says, first time here. Love the stream so far. Nice job, brother. Thank you, Darian. Thanks, dude. Fist bumps to you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, bring your peeps, dude. Hang out with us. We're here every single week. We're here week in and week out. Super chat comes in from Mr. Drago Balboa. Let's see what he says here. Drago says, hello, Mr. Mario Manuel. I hope that you got my email today. Please read my Facebook post about you. Also, I think I've hit the 8-month mark as a member, so you can check on that. Can you check on that? I can't check on that. Anyways, please accept this gift for your channel. You the man. Drago, appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dude, thank you so much, Drago. Honestly, I have not even checked my email today. We are trying to smash out all the slides for the first, all the way out till Thanksgiving right now. We're trying to get everything settled except for the actual stats that change weekly. Trivia, I want to get all of that done in advance, so we've been working really hard on the back end. But this commercial break is over. Thank you, Drago Balboa. The 2-minute warning. As we come out of it, it's 3rd down and 5. A catch for about 8 yards for Zachariah Branch will move the sticks, and we've got a 1st and 10 coming up from the Denver 11. We are back, and the Atlanta Falcons are knocking on the door here. They are inside the red zone for the first time today. Drago, thank you. Thank you, sir. Roberta says, love the streams. Haven't watched since the World Cup. Keep up the good work. Roberta, appreciate you. Thanks, guys. Love this, man. I love doing this. It's crazy that I've got a job that I actually enjoy doing. Timeout has been called by the Denver Broncos. 1 minute and 53 seconds here left to go. Reasonable Doubt says, let's go Falcons. John Hayes says, Mario does a good job. Thank you, John. Appreciate you. Nameless, welcome in. Rams Broncos Super Bowl. Hey, man, don't y'all sleep on those Cincinnati Bengals. Play action from Cooper Rush. He runs to the right side on 1st and 10. Throws that away safely. It's 2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass will stop the clock with 1:48. We got 1:48 left to go. Falcons are in the red zone. Cooper Rush is 6 of 10 here today. Cooper Rush is 6 of 10 here today. And we might be getting another timeout in just a second. 2nd and 10. Rush hands this off. This goes, looks like to the left. A stiff arm, can't actually, dives forward. Picks up a few. It's going to be Goodson who picks up a few yards, but a timeout is called here by the Broncos again. One timeout remaining. 1:41 left to go. Falcons in field goal range, so any points here would make it a two-possession game. A touchdown would be better. But this timeout is going to buy some time now for this Broncos team, should they get the football back. It's 3rd down and 6 after the 4-yard run to the left. It's the second timeout called by the Broncos, and we're at the 7-yard line. Falcons at the 7. Here we go. We got ourselves a shotgun formation. Cooper Rush waits for the snap. It comes in. Rush delivers an interception. The tip drill. He's going to bring it back. It's going. It's going. Jahdae Barron will score a pick 6 for the Denver Broncos. Touchdown, Broncos. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Cooper Rush, what have you done? A pick 6 for the Denver Broncos. It's 23-zip. All the good news is that the Falcons are going to get the football back. Wow. Tipped away and intercepted by Barron, who runs it to the house. Oh, no. You want to see a blowout? Well, you got one. It's now 24-0. My goodness. Holy cow. Cooper is the Broncos MVP this game, says Darian Thompson. Are you going to cover Major League Baseball? PZ, I will cover Major League Baseball when it is postseason. Regular season baseball doesn't have enough scarcity. And even the first wild card rounds of baseball, there's still too many games on. When we get past those is when we really start to pick things up. Cooper Rush is stinking it up. Falcons fold, how painful, says William Hodge. Nameless says, laugh about it right when you said Rush's cheeks. He throws an interception, LOL. Oh, man, came back just in time for the just in time for the interception. I'm going to change this Falcons color just a little bit. It's just for myself. Make it a little darker there. It's going to make the Broncos a little bit darker as well. That feels truer to their colors. Tough game here if you're a Falcons fan. This is not what you want to see. And Cooper Rush, oh my. I was giving you kudos earlier. But, well, looks like I was wrong. Good thing we're watching preseason, because now I can safely say we watched Cooper Rush during the preseason, and he stunk it up. Here's the kickoff. Back to the Falcons. The 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, and down at the 34-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 10 coming up right now for the Atlanta Falcons with 1:22 left to go. A flag on the play. My guess is on the return team, but we'll see. Still remember 28-3 like it was yesterday, says David Neville. We've got an injury here for the Broncos, folks, and a flag on the play. Broncos player on his back. Looks like a couple of things have not updated. There we go. Okay. Ooh, Jaleel McLaughlin was injured on the play. So Denver Broncos running back is down. He's got 3 carries and 12 yards on the day. He's now down with some kind of injury. Not quite sure the extent of said injury. It'll be a 1st and 10 when we get back. Looks like the penalty was an offensive holding. The football got out to the 30-yard line. They're bringing it back to the 10. Excuse me, they're bringing it back 10 to the 20. So the football is now at the Falcons' 20-yard line. CMC later. What's up, dude? I have not seen you in a long time. It's been too long, CMC later. It's been too long. Connor Evans says Cooper Rush is getting too old. Do you guys agree with that? Is Cooper Rush getting too old? Smells like my wife is cooking something. I'm going to go check after our halftime trivia quiz. By the way, we do have a halftime trivia quiz. We do halftime trivia quiz every single game. Don't go anywhere. I got y'all covered. Whoa, we'll turn that off. Here we go. Shotgun. 1st and 10. 2-minute drill. 1:22 left to go. Cooper Rush. The nightmare is not over. He's 6 of 12 with 2 interceptions today as he throws this one away. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 with 1:16 here left to go. Feels like garbage time already for the Atlanta Falcons. What's old for football, says Tracy Simmons. Yeah, that's a good question, Tracy, especially when you've got players in their 40s. Players in their 40s still playing high-octane football. 20-yard line, motion on the field from the tight end. It's going to be a snap coming in, and Cooper Rush tries to put this through the middle. Big pause coming in, and it looks like this is going to be batted away. He was looking for Dylan Drummond, who got the target, but I don't know how they could tell that it was going for Drummond, but apparently that's where it was going. It was batted down. It's a 3rd down and 10. 1:11 here left to go. Stefanski's new team looking like his old Browns team, says Robbie G. Hey, chat. Does Kevin Stefanski survive the season? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Here's a pitch to the left on 3rd down and 10. It will be caught, but it will not move the sticks. That football is going to be caught there on 3rd down on the left-hand side. Cam Ross lined up to return this punt right now. It's 4th down and 4. Time to punt this thing away. So, the punt team is out for the Atlanta Falcons. Looks like Jake Bailey is going to get his leg warmed up right now. 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go in the first half of this one as Jake Bailey boots this thing all the way back to the 28-yard line. Short return out to the Denver 33. It's 1st and 10. Denver Broncos have the football. It's 1st and 10 with about a minute left to go here. About a minute here left to go in this quarter. It's Broncos football. At least it's not an interception, says Jason Frost. Falcons going to win. Just watch, says Dave Olaf. Dave Olaf, I don't know. Rushing is in his early 30s, I think. Stefanski going for another 3-win season, says Coach. Yes, but just one. The Cleveland Falcons, lucky to make it through this season, says Sweet Love. I agree. Here's the drop back. Stidham looks to the right. Stidham, incomplete pass, stops the clock with 54 seconds. As he throws that to the sideline. They should keep the football on the ground here to move this game forward. I got 7:30 here Central Standard Time. And a blowout for sure. 24-0 here. This is the game, of course, that we decided. Dave Olaf asking, what's for dinner? That's a good question, Dave. I don't know. Probably chicken, rice, and veggies because I'm trying to lose the panza. We got a shotgun. Broncos, false start, no doubt. False start on the Broncos, 2nd down and 15. That'll back them up 5 yards. Jack Strand, is your time to shine, buddy. Falcons are baked and burnt. Throw in the trash. Denver's defense is solid, says Owl on the prowl. Patrick Green laughing. Desmond Bain is better than Wemby. Blake, where have you been, sir? Where have you been? Are you a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan then? Or are you a Jaguars fan? We've got a shotgun here. The Broncos on 2nd down and 15 from their own 28. Jared Stidham breaks a tackle. Stidham out to the left. He's flushed away. He scrambles past the 30 out to about the 34. It's a 6-yard gain. It's a 3rd down and 9 after that pickup. Football at the Denver 34 with 45 seconds here left to go. Running out of bounds with forward progress will stop the clock. Nah, Jags all day, says Blake. Blake, we will be covering the Jaguars at some point this season. Don't have too many Jaguars games circled on the calendar, but I do have a few. 3rd down and 9. Football at the 34. Stidham in the shotgun. 2 left, 2 right. Stidham drops back, a 4-man rush, airs this one out. It's got some height. Tries to come back for it. Looked like there could have been a pass interference, but no whistle or no flag by the officials. Incomplete pass, 4th down and 9. 40 seconds left to go. Best news for Falcons. It's preseason, says Pebble. It's a stiddy party. Oh, no. Hurston Gill. What's going on, Hurston? Mr. Gill. Let's see the schedule, says Dave Olaf. All right, let's download all of these files here. Share. Let's download. Yeah, we can download all of these. We'll download all of them. And I'll share that with you guys at the end of this. That punt goes out of bounds, guys. It's 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 19. 1st and 10. Atlanta 19 with 32 seconds left to go. Kevin Stefanski might dial up a couple of plays here. We'll see if he wants to potentially injure anybody in the last few seconds of this half. Can't imagine that he would, but it is Kevin Stefanski, so who knows. Week 2, Jacksonville Jaguars versus Denver, says Isaiah. Longtime supporter, Titans are my team, says Earth Citizen. Shotgun, trips to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap, dropping back. Cooper Rush tries to dissect this defense. He's on the run again. Rush is flushed, and it's an incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. 25 seconds left to go. Just take the knee, dude. Let's go to the locker room already. You're killing me. This year's Denver Broncos team is going to be one of the greatest teams in history, says Kyle Tyrese. I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see, my friend. Okay, so I do have my schedule now downloaded. We can talk about that during halftime. 25 seconds here left to go in a shotgun formation. It's 2nd down and 10. The Falcons have all 3 of their timeouts right now. 7, 6, 5. There's the blitz coming in from the right to the corner blitz. Gonna go left instead. Big throw, big catch. It's made at about the 40-yard line with 17 seconds left to go. Timeout is called. Looks like 15 seconds left to go. 1st and 10. Big catch on the left-hand side right now. Falcons will call a timeout. But Blair, looks like this time it's Chris Blair, who makes a huge catch for 22 yards. 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 41 with 15 seconds left to go. You see Bijan Robinson on the sideline saying catch right there. Yeah, man, this first half got dragged out. This first half got stretched out like taffy. We're at the 40-yard line, not the 41. Don't know where they came up with the 41, but it's 1st and 10 at the 40. The line to gain is midfield. Shotgun formation. Again, a running back to the left here. Cooper Rush takes the snap. Cooper Rush delivers. Almost another interception. Clock has stopped. It's 2nd down and 10. It's now 15 seconds here left to go. My gosh. Quiz incoming, says Pebble. Let's see, Unky James. Sure, why not? It's only the first preseason game. Fingers crossed for a winning season for my Titans. We'll see. We shall see. Cam Ward looked all right. Cam Ward got off to a decent start here. Shotgun formation. Titans did win their first preseason game. No? I don't know if they did or not. I might be making that up. Wasn't even paying attention, actually. Another incomplete pass here stops the clock with 11 seconds. It's 3rd down and 10 with 11 seconds left to go. There's a very bad-looking Falcons unit right now. Why isn't Strand in yet? Jack Strand is probably going to play the entire second half. I would not be surprised if he played the entire second half. Break! Cooper Rush breaks the huddle. All right, defensively here, guys, I see 4 on the line of scrimmage. They're listed as a 3-4 defense, not a 4-3. So, edge rusher coming in. Cooper Rush to the right. That was a beautiful play for Zachariah Branch, and he did not even get near the ball. I would blame Cooper Rush for that bad throw. It's 4th down and 10 with 7 seconds left to go. It's going to be punted. My guess is the Broncos are going to take a knee. Cooper Rush needs to retire or get fired, says Connor. Sin line looks bad like normal. You're saying the Bengals' offensive line looks bad? Yeah, but even with a busted-up offensive line a couple years ago, they did manage to get all the way to a Super Bowl where they played the Rams. And I think with Joe Burrow, okay, so you guys might think I'm crazy. But straight up, I think that having Joe Burrow, if he can stay healthy, they have arguably the best wide receiver core in the AFC North. They're the only team who has not had a new head coach. This punt is going to take us to halftime, guys. So let's go ahead and start the clock. It is halftime. Just something to think about right now. Well, that means it's halftime, and that means it's time for our trivia quiz. So let's get this thing started. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions. 10 simple questions, no big deal. Just for funsies, do your best and forget the rest. Let's have some fun. Let's start with question number 1. All right, guys. Which quarterback led the Broncos to victory in Super Bowl 50? Was it John Elway, Russell Wilson, or Peyton Manning? Super Bowl 50? Do you guys remember who was the quarterback then? Should be a fairly simple question. Not a super tough question here. Someone says C, someone says A. The correct answer is Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning won Super Bowl 50. I remember watching that one. Peyton Manning is the man, the myth, the legend, and most of you guys got this one right. Well done. If you are starting off 1-0, I congratulate you. Okay, let's go to question number 2. Question number 2 here, folks. Atlanta. Who became Atlanta's head coach at the start of 2026? We've talked about it multiple times. Hope you know the answer. Atlanta's new head coach, is it Raheem Morris, Kevin Stefanski, or Clint Kubiak? Guys, whether you're a Falcons fan or not, we just talked about this. This is very easy. O2RR says too easy. Come on, B. All right, bro. We're going to pick up the pace, dude. Don't sleep on the quizzes, man. The quizzes, they start easy on purpose, and they get increasingly difficult. We'll see how you do on the next question. All right. Let's go to question number 3. Should be another easy, medium question. Which animated TV series regularly features the Denver Broncos as a favorite team? Is it South Park? Is it The Simpsons? Or is it Family Guy? Which animated TV series regularly features the Denver Broncos as a favorite team? Now, if you know anything about pop culture, you know that South Park takes place in South Park, Colorado, and the whole show is based in South Park, and yes, the writers are definitely Broncos fans. Okay, not bad. Looks like Victoria's in the chat. What's going on, Victoria? I see y'all out here. Welcome in, guys. Question number 4. Which Falcons receiver holds the franchise record for career receiving yards? Another easy one. It will get harder, I promise. Which Falcons receiver holds the franchise record for the most career receiving yards? Is it Roddy White, Andre Rison, or Julio Jones? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? The correct answer is Julio. Oh, with that stiff arm. Julio Jones, man, one of the greatest of all time. South Park, but Homer owns the Broncos, says Darian Thompson. That's fair. That's a fair one. But wasn't the question. However, I can definitely change the question because I did not know that, and I will add that in the future. All right, guys. Which Broncos running back was named MVP of Super Bowl 32? Thought the last one was too easy? Well, let's see if you remember this one. Is it Floyd Little, Terrell Davis, or Clinton Portis? A, B, or C? Which Broncos running back was named MVP of Super Bowl 32? Well, the answer choices might have made it easy, but the answer there is Terrell Davis. The dude looks like he eats nails for breakfast. His jaw is about the size of my quad. Don't want him chasing me down to tackle me or to run through me if that's the case. Let's go to question number 6. All right, guys, who was the first player ever drafted by the Atlanta Falcons? Was it Tommy Nobis, Claude Humphrey, or Steve Bartkowski? Who was the first player ever drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in team history? Do you know? Do you know? Maybe. Maybe not. The correct answer? Claude Humphrey. I knew we would have some people who were reaching around and guessing for this one. I told you the trivia quizzes were going to get harder. The first one ever drafted by the Falcons. There you go. Okay, question number 7. Ladies and gentlemen, where did Broncos corner Pat Surtain II play college football? Did PS2 play at Florida State, LSU, or Alabama? In Alabama, she was screaming hammer, price you gotta pay when you break the panorama. A, B, or C? Where did PS2 play? Where did PS2 play? The correct answer is Alabama. You can see him there wearing that Rose Bowl patch back in 2021. And looks like a lot of y'all got this one right. Well done. Okay, anybody got a perfect score at this point? Does anybody have a perfect score at this point? I got about 3 more questions for you. Here we go. Which Falcons quarterback won the 2016 NFL MVP award? Was it Matt Ryan, Michael Vick, or Chris Chandler? A, B, or C? Ooh, this one should be easy, but there are some answer choices in there which could make this a little more confusing for some. In 2016, it was Matt Ryan who won the MVP. And no, not the Matt Ryan who was the goalkeeper for Team Australia. Matt Ryan, the quarterback, the legend for the Atlanta Falcons, unfortunately couldn't get that Super Bowl ring, but it'd be like that. Here comes question number 9. Y'all ready? Question number 9. Which Hall of Fame corner for the Broncos wore number 24? Is it Steve Atwater, Champ Bailey, or John Lynch? Which Hall of Fame cornerback wore the number 24 for Denver? Any Denver Broncos fans? Guys, retired jersey numbers here. Hanging from the rafters, Hall of Fame player. It's Champ Bailey. It's the champ. Other 2 are safeties, says Mark Anthony Rodriguez. Look at you knowing your stuff, my friend. Look at you knowing your stuff. Of course, lucrative. We're doing the Cowboys game. We're going to talk about the schedule in just a moment here. Last question. Final question. All right, guys. Which actor? Oh, gosh. I knew that was going to. Damn it. Okay. Well, spoilers. Which actor appeared in the Falcons' Rise Up campaign? Is it Sam Jackson, Chris Tucker, or Jamie Foxx? Should be a very easy one. That's what I get. That's my bad. That's my bad. Spoiler alert. The answer is Sam Jackson. Rise up. Say what again? Say what again? Anyways. Blunders. Blunderous. Eso pasa. Mistakes happen. All right, how'd y'all do? Thanks for the freebie, says O2RR. It's all right. It happens. It's all right. Let's see. Let's turn that off. How'd you guys do? 9 out of 10. Not bad, Mark Anthony. My favorite team, Atlanta Falcons, Ron, Mexico, says lucrative. B. Pope says A, question mark. Tracy got 1 out of 10. Sweet Love says favorite movie, Pulp Fiction. Thanks for the freebie. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Not bad. Drago said, no clue. Okay, here is something that I just downloaded for you guys. I downloaded this by popular demand, actually. Oh, let's turn that off. What happened here? Hey-oh. We got a bit of a glitchy situation. Hey-oh. Are we glitched? Hang on. Are we glitched? We're glitching. Don't go anywhere. Hang tight. Can y'all see me on your end? Are we unglitched? I think we unglitched. Okay. Got glitchy there for a second. Got a little hairy. Got a little hairy there for a second. Should be back to normal. Okay, let's go to our quiz feed. Let's bring in this one. This is the graphic I was trying to show. Okay. Got a little glitched right there. That's okay. All right, we're back. So, the schedule. We talked about this one. Y'all have seen this already. Let's go on to preseason week 2. Preseason week 2 is this, guys. Week 2, I will do the Raiders and Texans on Thursday. On Friday is Packers Broncos. On Saturday, Cowboys Cardinals. And on Sunday, Seahawks and Titans. I'll do those 4 games for preseason next week. All the other games on this side we are not doing. So if you guys are curious, those are the games I'm doing next week. Those 8 teams will be covered. The week after that, in week 3, for preseason. Preseason games are the games in green. Those are the ones I'm covering. Steelers and Bills, Saints and my Dallas Cowboys, Lions and Colts down over there. And you can see the Bears and the Tennessee Titans all highlighted in green in the left box. The games in the right box will still be happening. I will not be covering those games. Although that game between the Seahawks and the Chiefs does look like fun. But it's a preseason game. Whoops. Let's go out to regular season week 1. All right, guys. Regular season week 1. We will be covering 6 games. The Wednesday game, and that's actually incorrect. That is not the Australia game. The Australia game is the Thursday night game underneath it. So Wednesday is going to be Patriots and Seahawks. Then on Thursday, it's 49ers and Rams. On Sunday, week 1, I got 3 games. It's Bills-Texans, followed by the Commanders and Eagles. And then to wrap up the day, it's Cowboys and Giants, a triple header in week 1 on Sunday, and then Monday Night Football, Broncos and Chiefs. Count that, guys. That is 12 of 32 teams we are covering in week 1. We're already taking care of more than a third of the league. In week 2, we'll do Lions, Bills, Commanders, Cowboys, Colts, and Chiefs. We'll cover the Rams and the Giants. We'll also cover the Patriots and the Steelers. In week 2, we'll have 5 games that week. In week 3, we're going to have a good list of games. Honestly, I should just post this out somewhere. The reason I don't have this posted is because sometimes things change, and I might have to adjust the schedule as needed. But I got about as far as week 11 for all the games I plan to cover. This is just everything I had circled at the start of the year. So I do have my calendar already set, guys. Just in case you guys were wondering. Damn, great week 1, says Lucrative. Yeah, dude, it's going to be a good one. All right, we need 35 new subscribers. I don't know if we're going to get there, but the goal is to get to 147.9 today, guys. 35 more is what we 34 more is what we need. If you're out there and you're watching and you're not currently subscribed, that's okay. I get it. I have commitment issues, or I used to have commitment issues. But if I see something now that I like, I hit the like button and I subscribe. If you're in that boat, I'm here for you. If you're getting value from this live stream, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Folks, we're about to get our kickoff here. Man, what is that smell? I didn't even get to say anything to my wife. Let's reset this. Third quarter getting started. There is the kickoff, and it's being returned. The 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, and down at the 35-yard line. So we stop the clock at the 35-yard line. It is Atlanta with possession here. The Falcons have the football. They're down at the 30. 14 minutes and 54 seconds to get this thing started. I think your Cowboys are going to have a good year. I'm a Giants fan, but your offense will be a problem, says Lucrative. And the defense just got a little bit better as well, Lucrative. We got the best pick of the first round is what a lot of people are saying. Going out and getting a safety, we definitely needed one, but I think we needed linebackers more than anything. Still, it fell to the right spot. I think that's a fair choice. 1st and 10. Here is the snap and a handoff to the right-hand side. The Atlanta Falcons going to keep this one on the ground. Nathan Carter picks up a few yards. 2 yards on the right-hand side. It's 2nd down and 8. So Jack Strand is now on the field, guys. You guys were asking about Jack Strand. Number 18 is out there for the Atlanta Falcons. That is 18 and not 13, right? I could be wrong. 13 is Cooper Rush. 18 is Jack Strand. I think it's Strand. Here's the snap. There is the handoff. It stays on the ground. Again, Nathan Carter picks up 0. It's 3rd down, and 8 clock is hot. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you, man. Mark says you have a great show. Mr. Dundee, rock and roll, sir. My boy Santino's in the chat. What's going on, Santino? Someone says it's preseason. You'll get more viewers for a regular season game. Yeah. No, I totally. I mean, no one's really watching Atlanta Falcons right now unless they're crazy Falcons fans. Or in case you guys are Football Nation fans. An awkward spin move after the catch. I think he thought it was way cooler in his head. 3rd down and 8 is a 3-yard gain. It brings up 4th down and 5. The spin move did nothing to advance the football. A punt is imminent. Another 3 and out here for the Falcons. It has been tough sledding for Atlanta. 3 and out. Time to punt. The Atlanta Falcons going to give this football back to the Denver Broncos. Football at the 41-yard line here. Here's a long snap. There is the boot. And this one is up, and away. With the 13-minute mark coming in, it's going to take a bounce in the end zone. It's a touchback, and it's a 1st down at the 20-yard line for the Denver Broncos. Broncos get possession here. Well, at least the first 2 minutes went by pretty quickly. Guys, remember earlier when I said that we're going to have someone else covering that Vikings versus Giants game tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time? It's Santino. It's this guy. This guy will be in tomorrow to call the games with us. I was literally just going to say that, says until activated. So, yes, we've got help. All right, guys, 1st and 10. Broncos, 20-yard line. Tyler Batty is the running back in here on this play. Under center, taking the snap, Sam Ehlinger going to pass this off to the left-hand side, and Tyler Batty looks like he picks up about 5 yards on that play. Good push from the offensive line. Gives them some yardage. It is Sam Ehlinger on the play. We'll see how he does. Skull, says JFK. Skull. Skull for the Vikings. Kyle Armpits. Yeah, Kyle Pitts is rough, dude. Rough. 2nd down and 5. My TV says 2nd and 6. The single back formation becomes an I formation, and we've got motion on the field from Dane Key. Key is now in the slot. It's going to be a handoff this time. Ehlinger turns around and hands this to Tyler Batty on 2nd down and 5. He will pick up exactly what he needs. 2nd and 5 becomes 1st and 5. It's 1st down, Denver Broncos. So 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the Denver 30-yard line. We've got 12 minutes left to play in quarter number 3. Kevin Stefanski looking nervous on the sideline. I think he knows this game is already wrapped up in a bow and being handed over to the Broncos. But play on. Shotgun. Ehlinger hands this off again. Tyler Batty through the teeth of the defense, brought down by James Pierce on a solo tackle here. It's going to bring up a 2nd down as Tyler Batty moves that football out to the Denver 34 from the 30-yard line. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. 11 minutes and 20 seconds here left to go. It is 2nd down and 6. The football placed on the right hash. Shotgun formation here for the Denver Broncos. They have used the full width of the pitch here with their wide receivers as they get set. Ehlinger watches the play clock just tick away, melting the clock right now. Snap comes in, blitz comes in, fired up the middle. It's caught right there. Joseph Manjack makes the grab. Who even are you? Joseph Manjack the fourth, number 86, makes a good catch for 7 yards on that play. It's enough to move the sticks. It's a 1st and 10 at the Denver 41. First down, Denver Broncos. So 1st and 10, Sam Ehlinger looking really good right now. I think the Falcons defense might be just completely demoralized here. Little play action. Ehlinger has to fight the blitz. Ehlinger up the middle. Good for 20 yards. It's Mr. Manjack again. 2 targets, 2 receptions. Another Broncos first down. Bro, this guy has 2 targets and 2 receptions for 27 yards. Okay. 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 39. 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 39. Manjack with another grab. Less than 10 minutes here left to play in quarter number 3. I like what I'm seeing out of Sam Ehlinger. Shotgun. There's the snap. 4-man rush comes in. Ehlinger looks to the right, delivers a pass into the hands of Lucas Krull. Lucas Krull makes the grab. It's going to be, it looked like 5 yards on the pickup. They're calling it 4. 2nd down and 6, football to the Atlanta 35-yard line. Denver has crossed midfield now. Denver is 15 yards away from the red zone. And they're moving. Denver 15 yards away from the red zone. Motion here. It's Krull on the move. Tyler Batty is the single back. He'll get the handoff to the left. He only picks up a yard on the play, though. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 with less than 9 here left to go. That wasn't the world's greatest run from him, but I've seen worse. So Tyler Batty, 5 carries and 18 yards on the day. The clock continues to tick away here. The Denver Broncos having a lot of success on the ground. If we take a look at those stats here, over 100 rushing yards. Guys, they've more than doubled the total yardage of the Atlanta Falcons here today. Falcons looked rough for their backups. Those are just the stats right there. A look to the left, a catch on the left. Dane Key makes the catch this time. It's number 32. Sam Ehlinger has yet to miss a pass, but that pass was only for 2 yards, so 3rd down and 5 becomes 4th down and 3. They are inside of field goal range at the Atlanta 32, but with a 3-possession lead, why not just go for it? I would definitely go for it here. It looks like the Broncos are also thinking the same thing. Sean Payton dials this one up. We'll see if they can get the defense to bite. Looks like a big flag. That's going to be a false start. Jumped a little bit too early there. Left tackle got a little excited. Took a few steps back before the snap. It'll bring up a 4th down and 8, and we are definitely going to see a field goal now. 4th down and 8 at the Atlanta 37, add 17. That's going to be, what, a 54-yard field goal attempt? That's some distance there. A 54-yarder is some distance here. We'll see if the Broncos can knock this one back. Broncos kicker these days, it is Will Lutz. I know he's got the leg to accomplish that. And it looks like, did they just fake a field? They just totally faked the field goal, and it didn't work. My screen shrank down again like it did a while back. I wonder if I can only watch this in 60-minute increments in full screen. But the result of the play was a loss of 5 yards, guys. So it was a fake field goal, and we've got 7:40 left to go. Bad play call. Quarter number 3 with 7:40 left. Let me go change my TV screen. I'll be right back. Hang tight. I do need to go do one more thing. Let me go see what my wife is cooking. Just hang tight. I'll be right back. Chicken, rice, and veggies. Here we go. Bro don't got a cell phone, says Ryan Lopez. Let's see. Who faked the field goal? I just tuned in. It was a faked field goal there by the Denver Broncos. Falcons get the ball back. So, yes, I do have a cell phone. I definitely do have a cell phone. But it was a commercial break, so I promise you missed absolutely nothing. Okay, cool. They need walkie-talkies. Hang it up, birds. They can play, though. Bro don't got a remote. Hope there's enough for everyone. Ryan, it's not what you think. It's not what you think. So I don't think they tried a fake field goal, guys. What happened here was the snap was low. They had to bail out of the field goal, and it was never meant to be a fake field goal, but the fake field goal happened anyways, or, well, that play happened anyways. Also, this other system isn't running on a TV. It's a separate PC altogether. Broken tackle. Ooh, good play for 18 yards. Joshua Simon makes a big play on the right-hand side. And Strand finally makes a play himself. So Strand connects on the right-hand side. A little play action fools everyone to going to the left. He throws it to the right. Let's start the clock. It's 1st and 10 at the Denver 41. Okay. So, yeah, I've got I'm not running this on a TV over here, guys. This is on a separate PC, and I don't have a wireless mouse and keyboard. I need to just get set up with a couple wireless devices. 1st and 10 from the Denver 41. It's a handoff to Tyler Goodson. Tyler Goodson runs this one out to the right, through the middle, really, and he picks up just 3 yards. Moves the football to the Denver 38, bringing up a 2nd down and 7. Break. Strand goes under center. Looks like 2 receivers and a tight end on the left. 1 receiver alone on the right-hand side. It's Dylan Drummond who's by himself out there. Strand waits for the snap with a running back on his hip. Drops back. Looks to the left, throws it up the middle. It's going to hit the ground before finding itself in the hands of a Broncos defender. Luckily, the pass is incomplete and not intercepted. 3rd down and 7 at the Denver 38. Chicken, rice, and veggies, says William Hodge. Chicken, he's taking a shoot of top shelf. No, I actually, it's chicken, rice, and veggies. I did take advantage of that moment there to run downstairs and grab a little drink for the end of this game. 3rd down and 7, deep shot into the turkey hole. Giggity and no good. That shot looking for number 86. He was trying to fish out Vinny Anthony II. 3rd down and 7, incomplete, becomes 4th down and 7 with 6:03 here left to go. Dos Equis is what we're drinking here with the Football Nation koozies, guys, selected by, this is a design that was selected by the channel members. It says, I'm just here for the effing vibes. Football Nation. I got to put that on my priority list to make that a sellable item. Right now it's not. Here's the punt. Signaled a fair catch. Ooh. Signaled a fair catch. It's going to be wrapped up at the 5-yard line here, guys. Good punt at the end of it all. Oops. Good punt at the end of it. It's a 1st and 10 at the Denver 5 with 5 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. So, yeah, they're not even going to really cut to a commercial break, I don't think. The channel has hella cool gear, says Dave. Thanks, Dave. Let's see. Steak and corn on the cob sounds fantastic. I'm going to go walk my dog so he can go to sleep. BRB, says Tracy. Spaghetti is done. Let's effing go, says William Hodge. I do love me some spaghetti. I love all that merch. Is Steelers colored, says Dave. I mean, not necessarily, but yes, I suppose. I need an effing koozie, says Halloway. Says Hallow Phantom. I'll make these available here soon. Busted. I agree on your vision, says William. Football Nation. What's up, Earth Citizen? FN beer is an idea. I thought about effing hot sauce. Effing hot sauce is something that I really wanted to do, like wing sauce or something that's even more typical of where I live, and make like salsa for breakfast tacos or just tacos in general. Effing salsa would be fun. Just an idea I had a long time ago. How do I get a koozie? Don't have them yet, CJ Banning. I mean, I have 1,000 of them downstairs. I have not made that a sales portal just yet. I'm going to do that on the website. By the way, guys, if you haven't checked out the Football Nation website, you should definitely go do that. You can start by signing up for the Week 1 Pick'ems. $100 giveaway plus a Troy Aikman signed football. Plus a Troy Aikman signed football. If you guys want to check out the website, it's footballnationusa.com. Footballnationusa.com. Okay. Let's see, make sure all my tabs are good to go here. Okay. We're dropping some fantasy football stuff out there if you guys are fantasy football fans. Let's see. Showing some of the final scores. Yeah, I've got a lot of things happening right now on that Football Nation website. I'm also trying to do something else, guys. 1,000, do you say? Yes, I do have 1,000 of them, Dave. You need effing sour gummy candy, says Country. That would be cool. I would love to develop, but if I developed my own sour candy, I'd probably die of diabetes because I would eat so much of it. I know myself. I have very little self-control when it comes to sour candy. Do mods get free koozies? Mods will be getting all kinds. Mods will be getting all kinds of stuff this season. We're starting with the Football Nation fantasy play though, and the moderators have a chance to win out of $500 right now for the mods that are in our group chat. Other mods who are not in our group chat, you need to jump in on that group chat. You should reach out to me privately. Folks, so I'm going to start this clock right now. 1st and 10 has become a 2nd down and 4. We got a 6-yard run to open things up right here. So 2nd down and 4 at the Denver 11. It is the Denver Broncos with the football break as they line things up right now. Denver Broncos in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, a tight end and a receiver on the left right here. It's Sam Ehlinger who turns around and hands this off to Jaleel McLaughlin, who was apparently injured earlier. Seems fine on that play as he picks up 3 yards. We are approaching the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 3. The run goes out to the left. Mario, the one mod you scared of. Who is the one mod you're scared of in fantasy football? Honestly, I think all of them have taken a huge step forward. There were a lot of people last season who it was their first year doing fantasy football, and I think everyone's a lot wiser this year. So I'm not underestimating anyone. 3rd down and 1. Looks like it was down by contact, but the ball did pop out right here, and it looks like the Falcons may have recovered. The officials are signaling a turnover here, and for the first time tonight, the Atlanta Falcons are showing signs of life. I think there was down by contact. My eye said down by contact. Let's watch it once more. Ooh, he tried to fight for the extra yards. Instead of going down, he loses the football. That's the right call by the officials. Wow, that's a fumble in real time. It's a turnover. It's Falcons football inside the red zone. So for the 2nd time tonight, the Falcons go into the red zone. The last time it was in the red zone, it was a pick 6. 1st and 10 at the Denver 17-yard line. Single back formation. Strand takes it. Ooh, a little spin move right here. To the right-hand side, Nathan Carter picks up just 2 yards. It's 2nd down and 8. 4:20 on the clock. And the Falcons are inside the red zone. It's 2nd down and 8 at the Denver 15-yard line. If the draft is live, can I ask the chat for help? Yes, DJ Gene. You can ask the chat for help. You'll have 2 minutes to make your pick. If you do, by the way, I do suggest every single mod watching this right now does at least one mock draft on the Yahoo platform since we'll be drafting there. 2nd down and 8. The ball is caught by Joshua Simon for a 10-yard grab. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal coming up now for the Atlanta Falcons. The football is at the Denver 5. BRB, says Gary. If you ask the chat for help, you don't get any prizes, says Robert Zamora. Savage. Hey, man, I'm just going to say the chat can totally steer you in the wrong direction if they want to have some fun. So just because you're using the chat doesn't mean they're going to help you. Looks like 2nd and goal. Timeout was called. That play, just want to make sure that it didn't glitch out on me. I'm just saying, man, if you reach out to the chat and they advise you to take a kicker, don't come looking at me when you're like, oh, but the chat said I should have done this. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun. Just be smart. Do your due diligence. I'd go make notes, says Country. Fact. By the way, chat, if you guys join us for that live stream, I'm all about, I mean, that's kind of what we do. I really should live stream my actual fantasy draft, like the main fantasy draft on Sunday. Let me stop the clock. All right, we got 3 minutes here left to go. Timeout has been called by the Denver Broncos. I think there might be an injury here. Timeout by Denver. This is not a referee-initiated timeout. We are in the middle of a quick commercial break. When we get back, we'll have 3 minutes here left to go. All right, guys, type Y for yes, type N for no. Do you guys want to see my big league draft? We go to a bar here in San Antonio. A friend of mine owns the bar. And we have a big draft board. And everybody does their research. We show up with our papers. We're taking our notes. And as the picks come in, you go up, you pick your sticker, you put it on the board. Once your sticker is placed, if you selected the wrong B. Robinson and you went Brian Robinson instead of Bijan, number 1 overall, you're screwed. Let's see. I've taken a kicker early, and I wasn't mad, says Country. All right. Okay. C notes, says Country. Made some barbecue, and I'm taking it over to a friend who's good at fantasy football. Just going to ask him for help. Is it your first fantasy, DJ Gene? Old school fantasy football draft? It's the best way to do it, man. It's the absolute best way to do it, in my opinion. Once those are set, it doesn't take very long. The commissioner, dude, I've been in that same league for 11 years now. And I've only ever come in second place twice. That's rough. That's rough. I've won some other leagues that weren't like, you know, our big league where everyone has a $100 buy-in. I think first place in that league gets like $750 or something like that. So let's see, poor Falcons fan. They witnessed the worst football ever, says Bootstraps. I didn't do bad at all last year, says Robert. No, man, not bad. 2nd down and goal, ladies and gentlemen. Football currently at the 6-yard line. Under center, turning around, handing it off, going backwards. Tyler Goodson fights here. Tyler Goodson is pulled right now. I don't know if you can actually do that. I know you can push. I definitely also know you can't pull a player. That's interesting. I don't know if that was a push or a pull. Looked like a pull to me. Okay, it's 3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line, and the Falcons still have possession. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. It's a single back formation here for the Atlanta Falcons. Under center right now, it is Jack Strand who tries to fight it in. He is in. That's a touchdown for the Atlanta Falcons, and it's about dang time. The Falcons score their first touchdown of the day. Falcons are on the board. They're going to have to go for 2. to keep this a 3-possession game and make it a 2-possession game. But points help. Points do help. At least it's not a skunk, says DJ G. Hey, mods, who got 1, 2, and 3 in fantasy last year? JT won the fantasy league last year. He actually said he didn't want to be in it this year, which opened up the floor for Will to be able to join and for DJ Jean to join as well. I had another person that we removed from the league, mostly because of just not seeing them around on the channel. And I think I need to reassess who is in the league next year as well. I might have to start 2 fantasy leagues, but here's the extra point attempt. They are not going for 2. They're going to kick the field goal or the extra point attempt. The extra point attempt is up and in, and it's now a 24-7 game. Wait until Stefanski gets behind the mic after the loss to explain. It's bad business, says Bootstraps. Hang on. Okay, I knew I had to turn that one off. Coming back in. Fourth quarter is almost here, man. Quite remarkable how fantasy football has changed. In the past, quarterbacks usually went in round 2 unless the elite running backs were gone early, in which I took an elite quarterback, but now you can wait until round 4 for a quarterback. Dude, I don't draft a quarterback until at earliest round 5. I don't draft a quarterback until at earliest round 5. Man, for fantasy football, fantasy's going to be fun, dude. I tell you what. He has a lot of splaining to do, says Dave. Extra point is good. 24-7 is the score. Beatrice, welcome. Beatriz Cabrera says hello. Earth Citizen drops in for the Falcons. I see you. William Hodge says, holy cow. Brad says, hello, Mario and everyone. What up, Brad? How you doing, my friend? We still have a whole fourth quarter here left to go. Country says, Football Nation, know that I will always be up for fantasy football, says Country. Yeah, guys, I definitely recommend doing a mock draft specifically on Yahoo. And if you want to do it on your phone, go ahead and do it on your phone. But I do suggest drafting from a laptop because you get to see more data in real time. Laptops are huge for fantasy football draft. You can definitely draft from your phone, but the more data you get, the better. Love is going to feast this year. Jordan Love or Jeremiah Love, blue line? Jeremiah Love looked really good on the few carries he had in the opening game for the Cardinals and the Raiders. I watched some of the highlights, and Jeremiah Love, the dude is running with some haste, man. I think he's going to be the lead back for that Arizona Cardinals team, ahead of James Conner, ahead of Bam, ahead of all of those guys. I think it's going to be Jeremiah Love. Yeah, Jeremiah is going to be the bell cow sooner rather than later for that Cardinals team. Let's see. Country, depends on who's playing. If one takes a quarterback, they all start going. Yeah, if you're the one who starts the run, you always feel good about that. But if you're the one who's chasing the run and you've just watched the first 6 quarterbacks go and you're trying to pick up quarterback number 7, you're probably better off picking up the next running back at that point. Well then, it'll be a 1st and 10 here. We're going to get a kickoff. The Broncos about to get the football back. There's the kickoff, and the Broncos return from the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, out of bounds at about the 40. Flag on the play. 1:58 left to go. There's a penalty here. Let's find out what this one is. Let's see. Free Iowa State. Real K Bishop says Love will kill this year. Rookie of the year, lock it in. You know, I thought that was going to be the case for Ashton Genty. But honestly, dude, Ashton Genty does not even look that good. Like, it's one thing in college football. Was it Boise? Was he Boise? I think that's where he was. Could be wrong about that. Hopefully I'm not making that up. But, yeah, I thought Ashton Genty was way overhyped, especially after watching his production in his first year, but I think the same thing happened with Josh Jacobs when he went to the Raiders and was drafted by the Raiders early in his career. We'll see how that develops for the Raiders. Here's the snap, a little pump fake to the right, dropping back, airing this one out, putting everything behind it. Sam Ehlinger, no! Looking for Kyrie's Rowan. And it's incomplete, 1:58 left to go. It's 2nd down and 10, and the football's at the Denver 15-yard line. It's a good throw. Deep throw upfield. It went off his hands. Bro, you got to catch that. Rod Stewart, doctor sidelining him because of an old 82, almost heart issue. Okay. Let's see. I could have gotten free tickets to this. I wouldn't have paid to go to this. So free tickets is probably the only way I would have gone. Shotgun formation. Trips on the right. There's the snap. The formation starts running to the left. It's a quarterback keep. Sam Ehlinger is gone. That's a 15-yard gain, but a flag comes raining down. Let's see what this flag is going to be. It was 2nd down and 10. 1:44 left to go. Holding on the offense. So 2nd down and 10 becomes 2nd down and 20. That'll back them up here. Bring him out, bring him out. If Sammy plays football, what position would you like to see him play? I mean, obviously, I'd like to see him play quarterback. But it really depends on what he wants to do. I would love to see him play quarterback. I would love to see him play linebacker. I'd love to see him play kicker. I mean, if you can kick the football, you don't get hit. You have a much lower risk of injury. They're going to call this a 2nd down and 15. Half the distance to the goal, I suppose, since they were on the 15-yard line. It was 2nd down and 10 at the 15. They moved half the distance to the goal, so it'll be a 2nd down and about 16, if my math is right. Time to roll a doobie, says Dave. Okay, who let the Falcons score, says Tracy. 2 Jaguars were hanging out. One asked, what's the Super Bowl? The other one replied, I don't know, we're Jaguars. Burn. Here's the snap and a handoff on 2nd and 16. Cody Schrader to the left. Cody Schrader gets a big gain right here. Picks up 15 yards to 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1. We start the clock. 1 minute and 30 seconds here left to go. Okay, Cody Schrader. No free tickets for Hawks game. Sammy apparently going to be a drummer, says Owl on the prowl. Hey, man, maybe he will be. Uh-oh, got to throw this one. Ehlinger does find a man on the other side of this one, finds Cody Schrader, and this is going to be good for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 at the Denver 25. That's the catch here. 1st and 10 at the Denver 25. Shotgun formation, hurry up offense here. Clock is ticking. Sam Ehlinger gets it, looks to the right, throws to the right. It is Justin Jolly who makes the grab. Justin Jolly is tackled inbounds. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 after a 1-yard pickup. The official signals to keep the clock ticking. About a 3-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. We will need to see at least one more play before the end of quarter number 3. Tackle was made by Hall, Darren Hall, on that play. On the right hash, we line up once more. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Looks like a 4-man rush is being dialed up here by the Atlanta Falcons defensive line. It is exactly that. Sam Ehlinger looks to the left, throws to the flat, caught in the backfield behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. 3rd down and 11 coming up, and this will be the end of quarter number 3. So quarter number 4 on the horizon. When we get back, it's a 3rd down and long. The Denver Broncos up by 3 possessions here. They have a pretty decent lead, up by 17. William Hodge says, drummer. Broncos looking prepared. When you shared that you were a Titans fan, I had my Jaguar jokes ready to go. I hope my Titans earn their new stadium this season. Falcons looking like they aren't. Roland J's up as we listen, says Big Rich Frank. They are playing quicker this year, says Elliott. Yeah, they're feeling much quicker this year. They did not change very many people at all, guys. This Broncos team, in case you guys missed our pregame, the main starters are basically the same. You got Bo Nix, you got J.K. Dobbins, you still got Evan Ingram, Troy Franklin, and Cortland Sutton. The offense literally just got better by adding in Jalen Waddle. The Miami Dolphins blew up their entire roster except for Devon Achane, and you've got an ex-Jaguar, you've got an ex-Dolphin, you've got Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin. I mean, this is a pretty solid offensive squad, and there are still guys behind this starting offensive roster that you might recognize as far as bench depth, which is pretty cool to think about. Okay. Have you smashed that like button yet? Looks like we got about 700 people in this chat with us right now. Appreciate y'all hanging out. We got 25,000 views on today's live stream for this preseason game. Taking a look at the offensive line, like I said, guys, y'all might know the name Alex Forsyth out here. There's talent, and he's not even in the starting roster right now for this Broncos offense. Of course, defensively, this Broncos team is very, very solid, and when you look at the line with Malcolm Roach, Zach Allen, DJ Jones, you got John Cooper, Alex Singleton, Justin Sternad, and Nick Bonito with Riley Moss, Pat Surtain, Talanoa Hufanga, and Jones, Brandon Jones here as safeties. Like, this defense is bulletproof. I don't see a single weak spot on this Denver Broncos defense, and the numbers from last season show that. 4th in points per game allowed, giving up less than 19 points. Under 300 yards allowed per game. That's good for 3rd in the NFL last season. They were the best team when it came to yards per play allowed, giving up just 4.5 yards per play. That includes air yards. Of course, 3rd down efficiency, a top 7 team and a top 3 team when it came to red zone efficiency. Very few teams were this good last year. That's just facts. Very few teams were that good last year. Here we go. It is the Broncos on offense, 3rd down and 11. Here is the snap, dropping back, looking right, delivering up the middle. It's caught at the soft spot right there. And that's going to be good for Colby Katsis. Colby Katsis? Katsis? Well, there you go. How do you think Waddle will hold up as it starts getting colder, says Elliot Nelson. I think they'll adapt quickly. It's one thing when you're there to visit for the weekend, like the Dolphins normally do. It's another thing when you live there. Blitz coming in. Sam Ehlinger, slippery, able to get away. Throws this cross-body throw and connects up the field again. This time it's Joseph Manjack who gets the grab. 14 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. That's going to be another 12-yard gain. Sam Ehlinger backpedaling on the back foot delivers a throw right into the numbers. Good job. Okay. Felt the blitz, figured it out, crossed midfield on that play. The football is now at the Atlanta 47-yard line. Call it the 48. It's 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Motion on the field, an I formation here. Waiting for the snap. The snap comes in. Ehlinger turns around, hands this off to Cody Schrader, who runs to the left-hand side on 1st and 10, moves the football for a gain of 6. It's 2nd down and 4 at the Atlanta 43. 2nd down and 4 at the Atlanta 43. Hell yeah, 25,000 views, says Dave Oluf. Dave, that's preseason numbers, bro. For context, the Super Bowl brought in 1.7 million views, that is. The Super Bowl brought in 1.7 million views. The 4-man rush coming in against Sternad. Oh, that's actually not Sternad. That's a shot that's all the way to the end zone. Could have just been intercepted right there. I think it might have been, unless his foot was out of bounds. DeWalt the 4th might have just picked this off for the Falcons, though. Let's see. Sam Ehlinger just threw a pick. Let's pause the clock. It was 2nd down and 4. A deep shot to the pylon on 2nd down and 4. Goes up for it, comes down. I think his foot might have been out of bounds, though. Yeah, he's out of bounds, guys. That's not going to stand as a pick. It'll be a 3rd down and 4. They called an interception. That's not going to stand. I think it'll be a 3rd down and 4. I'm not going to switch the possession needle. Let's see. Big Rich Frank, Earth Citizen, is talking to you, my friend. He says, while looking for a channel, I found drunks, bores, and cannot speak clearly a lot. And then I landed on Football Nation, and I haven't left. A member for 8 months now, says Earth Citizen. Thanks, Earth Citizen. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you, my friend. Baron is a stud. Looking for 24 more subscribers, guys. I work at a legal farm, not a legal firm, at a legal farm here. So it's my livelihood, says Big Rich Frank. All right. Well, I like it. I ain't got no problems with that. Let's see. Those guys on those other channels are nuts, says Tracy. Uh-oh. I think I might have froze right here. Let's see. Yeah, Dave was pretty good one. Final was kind of lackluster, but most of the cup was pretty damn good. I thought the cup was pretty good. Yeah, especially, guys, that 3rd place game was insane. Found this channel during the World Cup. Going to stay for his good play-by-play, says Big Rich Frank. Rock and roll, sir. Strike the like, says Earth Citizen. It was a good World Cup. It really was, though. Just got back from, Ella Corb. Careful now. It's a spicy comment. Just kidding. Just kidding. Refs are cheating again, says Michael Larnino. You think so? I don't think so. I don't even think it really matters, though, because it's a preseason game. Jade Barron is a stud, says Donovan. I lost money on the 3rd place game, says Dave. Earth Citizen, I feel you. Welcome back at Ella Corb, 6612. Hello at Michael Larnino. Hello, guys. I know, Tracy. We're just having some fun. All right, 13 minutes left to go in this game that is an absolute blowout and doesn't even matter. But that's okay. That's okay because we are just getting our own reps for these games. The more reps, the better. The more problems that arise, the better, because then we know how to solve them when the regular season happens. Shout out to Russ, who says hello. What up, Russ? How you doing, my friend? Scores 24-7. It is the Broncos with the football as we come back from this commercial break. Like I said, the foot came down before the backside, and so it's a 3rd down. They're calling it a 3rd down and 5, not a 3rd down and 4. P.S. It's preseason, says Pebble. Yeah, that's right. It is preseason. Ooh. Okay. Out of bounds. Almost got the interception, but almost is only good in horseshoes. Horseshoes and hand grenades, right? Close is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades. I got a 3rd down. 3rd down. Ball on the Atlanta 43-yard line. Break. They line up. It's the Broncos in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. And the play clock doesn't matter. The snap comes in. It's a 4-man rush. Sam Ehlinger looks left, and the flag comes in. A flag came in from the field judge way up the field. We'll see what this is. They're going to call this a holding against the defense, guys. Prior to the pass, holding on the defense, it's going to be an automatic 1st down, guys. So 1st and 10. Defensive holding on Kobe Bryant. Yes, you heard that right. Kobe Bryant. The ball was looking for Butler on this one. He was looking left. Sam Ehlinger trying to find Hakeem Butler. Hakeem Butler, 2nd-year man out of Iowa State. We've got, it's actually 30-year man now. Okay, under center. Here's the snap. Sam Ehlinger looks to the right. Oh, big loss right there. Cody Schrader going to lose 4 yards on 1st and 10. It's 2nd down and 14 now. 2nd down and 14 with under 13 minutes left to go. Like and subscribe. It's free, says Dave. Mission Field says hello. What up, Mission? OMG, I walked into a blowout, says Rage. Yeah, Rage. You walked into a blowout, dude. You absolutely walked into a blowout. Jespy says Dolphins will be the champs in 2026. No, bro. Here is Sam Ehlinger. Nice throw up to Cody Schrader, who tries the stutter step right here. Jukes to the right. He's met by a red jersey. He picks up 5 yards, so it brings up a 3rd down and 9. Clock is ticking. Malik Willis for MVP, says Donovan. Are you Yeti? Rue Yeti. What up? Hit the like or else. All right, folks. Hello, Football Nation, says Courtney. Hello, Courtney. 3rd down and 9. 38-yard line shotgun formation. Running back to the right, blitz coming in. They rush 6, and that's coming out fast. Looking for Colby Katsis. The pass is incomplete. It does go out of bounds on 3rd down and 9. It brings up a 4th down and 9. And from the Atlanta 37, maybe a 54-yard punt coming up right now for the Denver Broncos. So Broncos going to try to kick this one, a field goal attempt from the left hash. Side step in here. Going to be a 55-yarder officially. Officially a 55-yard field goal attempt. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it's no good. The kick will be missed. 11:30 left to go. It's a turnover here and decent field position for the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons will be getting the football. They take over on their own 37. Not half bad. We got Arian Robbie saying hello. What up, Arian? How you doing, sir? Arian Robbie, welcome. We've got Gary Streen in the chat with us still. Welcome. Thanks for being here. DJ Jean says no field goal. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us today. I know this game wasn't exactly the game that everyone was super stoked about. That's okay. It's still football. And it's Friday. And it's 8:40 p.m. with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this game, assuming that the Falcons don't actually want to try to win. If they want to do this game quickly, they'll keep the ground game coming. Are you Yeti? Are you Yeti is my channel name. Yes, it is. Arian Robbie says that. Okay, let's see who else with us. Who else with us, guys? Parabolic FOMO Dip Rip. What up, dude? He says, does not half bad mean all good or just half good? Does not half bad mean all good? Does not half bad mean all good or just half good? I would say half good. I would say more than half good. Because it's not half bad, which means more than half good. Yes. Does a straw have 2 holes or 1? It's one of those questions. Have $100 on the under. Let's go. Ooh. Okay, guys, talk to me. Tell me your bets. Tell me your bets. Nightingale says go Broncos. Parabolic FOMO Dip Rip in the chat. Kay saying, glad I'm not watching this mess. Good to see you again, though, Mario. How's the baby? Getting big. He's getting big, Kay. Getting big. Rage says, look, Falcons fans, you still got a chance to win. The guy who went all in on Falcons still here. Yeah, I'm surprised you're still here, dude. Half good. One final answer. A straw is a hole. Giggity. Let's see. Did 2 rights make a wrong? No, but 3 rights make a left. If you go right, right, and right. I learned that from 1K over 40. You got a grand on the over for 40, my friend? Okay. Single back formation. Falcons with the football. It's a snap. It's a handoff to Cash Jones. He'll pick up 2 yards on the play. It's a 2nd down and 8. 11 minutes and 22 seconds as Cash Jones picks up a few yards here. Doesn't look like a very big guy. 5'11". Only 195 pounds. He's technically the smallest outside of Tyler Goodson, who's got 2 inches shorter. but a bigger build. This is the smallest running back pound for pound. This is the smallest running back pound for pound right here. Not even kidding. Jack Strand, I didn't realize that he was 6'5". He can clearly see over everyone else. Looking to the right, throwing to the right. Catch is made by Nick Muse on 2nd down and 8. It's a 3-yard gain. It's a 3rd down and 5, and the football's at the Denver 49. Falcons across midfield as they took over in good field position. Shout out to Crystal Padilla in the chat. What up, Crystal? How you doing? Crystal says hello. Emotional support says, I know that big baby feeling. My 7-month-old is 25 pounds, wearing 12-month clothing, says emotional support. Yeah, my 16-month-old is wearing 24-month clothing right now. He's wearing 2-year-old clothes. He's just a big baby. 4-man rush comes in. Jack Strand is under pressure. Jack Strand will be sacked on the play. 3rd down and 5 becomes 4th down and 7 and moves them back to their own side of midfield on the Atlanta 49. Well, 3 and out. Falcons about to touchdown, says Dave. I don't think so. Devontae Smith weighs 165 at number 1 wide receiver, says Donovan. Yeah, I mean, Xavier Worthy is also a fast wide receiver, but for a running back, you don't want your main running back to be 190 pounds at 5'11". That's not at under 6 feet. You're definitely not giving that guy 300 carries a season. There's the punt from the Falcons to the Broncos, and I mean, staying true to form, the Falcons look like doo-doo, and the Broncos going to take over here. We'll see if the Broncos can sustain a 9-minute drive and just end this game. Hell yeah, my fellow Cowboys loving girls are here. What's going on, Crystal Padilla? Good to have you here. Robbie G says punt time. It's punt practice. Devontae Smith weighs 165, says Donovan. He's a small guy, man. The Slim Reaper. Mario, where have you been for these League Cup games? For the League's Cup games? The League's Cup games? What you talking about? Tor McKee. Okay, we've got a single back on this play. Denver keeping the ball on the ground. Cody Schrader going to run the football to the right-hand side. Not going to pick up much, but he is going to milk the clock here. 30 seconds on the play clock. We'll see how long this goes. My Uncle Cole team Cowboys suck now. Dylan Goodwin, what's going on? Welcome, Dylan. How about them boys, says Crystal. DJ Jean says doo-doo. It's a Cowboys bonanza in here. It should be. Go Cowboys. You think it's a Cowboys bonanza now? Just wait, bro. Just wait till I wear my chain. Ooh, a little RPO and running to the right-hand side. Sam Ellinger is going to pick up 8 yards on 2nd down and 10. It's actually 2nd down and 9. He picks up 8, resulting in 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1. Goes to the right-hand side. Football at the Denver 19-yard line. The Broncos can keep the clock ticking here if they keep it on the ground. Broncos have 2 timeouts remaining. Falcons have all 3. Kevin Stefanski on the sideline doing this. Is that Eberflus? Okay, just checked in. Is Nix still out with the ankle injury? Vanessa, Nix was never going to play today's game anyways. I actually don't have him ruled as out, questionable, or injured at all on the ESPN depth charts. Looks like Cody Schrader is going to run to the left on 3rd down and 1. He will pick up 2 yards. The result of the play is a 1st down. 1st down. It's going to be a 1st and 10 coming up now. This does move the sticks. My Uncle Cole Hudson, Army, U.S. Fight Boss, says Dylan. Philip Lindsay weighed 190 as an undrafted free agent. He became that RB1. Yeah, and then Philip Lindsay was never heard from again. I mean, what did he really do for the Denver Broncos? Philip Lindsay played 1 season as an RB1. He was an RB2, if I recall correctly, for most of it. If I recall correctly. 3-yard run this time by Adam Prentice, who's checked back in. The fullback gets another carry. It's his 3rd carry of the day. I got a 2nd down and 7 here. Denver Broncos are at the Denver 24-yard line, heading out towards midfield. Looks like this screen here never updated. Let me refresh this one. Okay, deep throw downfield. 2 hands up. No flag here. Wow, 3rd down and 7. So a 3rd down and 7 now coming up. Incomplete pass. Oh, late flag came in. A late flag came in. Let's see what this one is. It is a DPI. I thought so. Late flag. Pass interference came in late. It was against the Falcons. I thought so. Good call by the officials. It's going to be an automatic 1st down, guys. So an automatic 1st down is going to be a gain of 33 yards thanks to Kobe Bryant. It was a deep pass to Ketsis. Definitely pulling on that jersey. Definitely the right call by the officials. So DPI. Here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to the right, across midfield at the Atlanta 43. Runs it to the 40, runs it to the 36. Call it the 34. There is another flag on the play. Let's find out what this flag is now. Looks like it's going to be a holding on the defense again. So another penalty against the Falcons secondary. The Falcons starting to get desperate here. And all these 3rd string and 4th string secondary players fighting for a roster spot. Still at this point, 6:34 left to go. So another 1st down. 6:34 here left to go. You know what it smells like? It smells like chili. It smells like my wife is making chili. I don't know if it's chicken, rice, and veggies. It smells like chili. I didn't find her when I went downstairs, by the way. She must have been at the park with Sammy. Okay, we've got ourselves an I formation here. Here's a snap with 6.5 left to go. A little shuffling to the right-hand side. It's a 1-yard pickup for Cody Schrader on 1st and 10. It's going to be a 2nd down and 9. Broncos just trying to milk this clock here. I got about 5.5 minutes left to go. Forgot to start the clock. Where's my chat? Okay. I'd love to chat more, but I'm driving through the desert from Phoenix to Tucson right now, returning home. Rage saying, okay, time to rage, Chad. Who's going to go to the Super Bowl this year? Hey, man, don't be surprised if it's the Bengals and the Rams. That's my way too early predictions. I got a 2nd down and 10 on my TV screen at the 28-yard line. 2nd down and 10, throw to the left. It's caught. Looks like no gain. Now they're calling it a 3rd down and 9. They had it wrong. 3rd down and 9 at the Atlanta 28. Stop my clock for a second. The ball stays inbounds. They're milking the clock as far as they can. I'm going to add a few seconds back onto this clock here. Get it back in sync. All right. Milk it, giggity. Chill time, says Arian Ra. That's what I'm doing here. Smells like teen spirit, says Courtney. Bengals? Oh, no, says Rage. It's possible. It's just know that you heard it here first. I don't think there's anybody picking the Bengals to go. But I think that offense is dangerous. Ooh, hit on the release. Sam Ehlinger throws an incomplete pass. It'll stop the clock. 4 minutes and 58 seconds. It's 4th down and 9. From the 28-yard line, this should be a 46-yarder. I think the Broncos are going to kick this field goal. From the 28, it should be 46. So this should be an easy field goal for them. Going to be a good one too. All right, they're pulling up the net this time from the left hash, position number 1. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's up. He will not miss this time. Will Lutz knocks it through. It's 27-7. He looks and says, "Oh, was that good? Was that good? It was good." A little cheekiness from him there. Let's put 3 points on the board. Let's wake you guys back up. Ladies and gentlemen, the Broncos have scored again. It's 27-7, and this is a good old-fashioned BTA whooping. It's exactly what we got here. Can't wait to see what Strand does with more playing time. Let's see. Rams could be a team to go. Bungles says DSRT. Nightingale says the Bengals. This is hilarious, says Rage. Nightingale says, I bet Rams. Been through the desert on a horse with no name, says DJ Gene. Mario giving us fantasy football tips for teams we should work with. Yeah, that's, I would say, look, best fantasy football advice I ever got was try to draft players on winning teams. It's that simple. I think Jamar Chase, absolute stud, would not think twice about picking anyone else over him. And honestly, if I had the number 1 overall pick, I would still take Jahmyr Gibbs. But at number 2, I think that you could justify, especially in a full-point PPR format, you could probably definitely justify Jamar Chase over Bijan Robinson. Maybe. But you just never know, right? You just never know. It would be nice to have Bijan Robinson or a stud running back in the first 2 picks. But like I said, I don't think the Falcons are going to go far. I know the Lions are going to be a potent offense. I know for sure that the Bengals, so long as Joe Burrow is healthy, is going to be a potent offense, so I think they're going to be just fine. The Falcons is the one area that I worry about, and it's going to be like empty calories for the Falcons running backs, for the Falcons wide receivers. Drake London, I would not draft in the 2nd round. I'd wait until he falls to the 3rd. If he falls to the 3rd, let my other league mates deal with that headache. I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills. I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys this season, the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, I understand you can take Malik Neighbors for the Giants. Yes, I understand you can take Marvin Harrison Jr. for the Cardinals. Yes, I understand you can take Brian Thomas Jr. for the Jaguars, but I want players on winning teams. That's my strategy this year. All right, guys, well, looks like the Broncos were able to score on a field goal here. We got under 5 minutes left to go, and the possession has changed to the Atlanta Falcons. Let's see if they try to keep this on the ground or not. Mario drafts Scadaboo. Definitely not a 1st-round pick or 2nd round or even 3rd-round pick. I'd take Cam in the 4th if possible. Hit the like button. Rashee Rice, says DJ Gene. I do like Rashee Rice. But do you take Rashee Rice or do you take Xavier Worthy? Who are you taking? You know what I'm saying? Everyone's going to be falling into the trap. By the way, I don't think Kenneth Walker is a top 10 back. Y'all might think I'm crazy. I know he's on the Chiefs, but here's a look to the left. Put that behind the intended receiver. Looking for Trey Sermon, Jack Strand. Incomplete pass. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. The clock will stop with 4:50. Go Steelers. Gibbs is the man, says Ian Bustamante Sr. Yeah, he is, dude. Go Lions, says Brando. I wish I could play in your fantasy league. I missed it, says Isaiah. Go Bears, says Dylan Goodwin. Xavier Worthy, says Arian Robbie. Like, I love James Cook this year. Ooh, nice throw up the middle. Beautiful pass. Good catch. Nick Muse picks up 10 yards on 2nd and 10. The result of the play is a 1st down. It's 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 45, and the clock is ticking. I broke my TV last year, says Rage. Mario, will the draft be serpentine? Yes, the draft is going to be a snake draft. It's going to go left to right, drop down, and then if you're pick number 12, you also get pick 13, which means if you're the number 1 overall pick, you don't get to pick again until pick number 24, which is tough, but you also get picks 24 and 25. Does give you a super long time to, like, check out mentally and then check back in. When you're in the middle, you're constantly – I think the worst draft position, by the way, a 2-yard run on 1st and 10 is 2nd down and 8. I think the worst position to draft in is 6 through 8. I think 6, 7, and 8, you kind of get the snickle fritz right there. I don't know. 6, 7, and 8 is so tough to draft from. So tough to draft from. Mario, that's the way it should be, says Dave. Wait, Mario, don't show that on TV, says Rage. Looks to the left, throws to the left. It's caught on the left. Cash Jones will pick up 5 yards on 2nd down and 8. It's 3rd down and 3 now. So a 3rd down and 3. 3 minutes and 23 seconds here left to go. The clock stopped here. Let's find out why. Is there an injury? I think he took that out, and they're trying to stop the clock. Mario, that's the way it should be. LOL. Snickle Fritz is mids. Yes, it is, DJ Gene. Shotgun. 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Across midfield, the Falcons in Broncos territory in garbage time. Cash Jones on 3rd down and 3 only picks up 2. It brings up a 4th down and 1, and the clock is ticking yet again. So the Falcons trying to get done with this game now at this point. They keep the football on the ground. I think the Broncos are going to do the same. Let's see. LOL. Nice Pineapple Express reference. Yes, it was. Sure was. 4th down and inches is what it says on my TV screen. 6'5" Strand going to dive forward and picks up the 1st down. No surprise there. Big frame keeps the clock ticking. It's a 1st and 10 with 2:40 left to go. So Falcons maintain possession. They move the football to the Denver 44. Good night, says Sir James Taylor. Nightingale Swan says Bills and Ravens couldn't get the championship these last years neither, and they're not going to get it anymore either. I don't think that Joe Brady is going to be able to coach. Maybe. DJ Moore is a nice pickup there for the Buffalo Bills. I don't understand what the Buffalo Bills are still missing. Why can't the Buffalo Bills get over the hump? Looks like a throw on 1st and 10 is a 5-yard gain. This will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's 2nd down and 5 when we get back. It's 27-7 here, folks, and definitely a one-sided game. Definitely a blowout. Michael Larnino says, I'm back now. Any Broncos players worth drafting? Yes. Jalen Waddle has made it back into my list. Jalen Waddle has made it right back onto my fantasy list. With Tua at quarterback, unless Tyreek Hill had an injury, I was always skeptical of drafting wide receivers that are like on the 1-2 combo. Honestly, the Jamar Chase, T. Higgins thing always bothered me. Now the CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens thing, and now you don't know who's going to end up in first. But when you've got teams that are just that next level caliber, I mean, we saw it happen with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp a few years back, but Matthew Stafford's a horse of a different color, if you will. A ram of a different color, if you will. Earth Citizen drops the footballs. Let's see. Bills need good options. They've got a couple. Bills beat themselves. Good team, though. Go Broncos, says Ashley Deverick. Robert. Commercial break in progress, it says right now. It cut away again at the 2-minute warning. This is crazy to me. Hate when they do this. NFL Plus trash. Won't let me stay in full screen mode for longer than 60 minutes. How am I supposed to watch the whole game? Okay. Back into full screen mode. Every hour I need to change this, which is kind of crazy. We're at the 2-minute warning. Wait, who's Falcons coach again? Kevin Stefanski, bro. Kevin Stefanski. All right, we still got about 600 people in this chat, guys, which ain't half bad. Okay. All good in the hood. Getting a couple practice snaps in right now. Kind of what I expected for preseason. I don't want to burn myself out before the actual season starts. So we're only going to do the 4 games and not a 5th. Might even drop a game here if it stays this way. That's okay. Let's see. Hit the sub button, please, says Dave. Thank you, Dave. Nah, man. We're not going to hit our goal today. We got 2 minutes to hit 20 subscribers with only 600 people watching. The math probably isn't there, and that's okay. I'm not too worried about the subscriber count right now. I just want to make sure that we can keep our volume from last year, dude. I'm not surprised that Tom Grossi crushed us on that Packers game last night. more than doubled our viewers, but he's a Packers fan, and he's got 1 million subscribers, literally. I've got 147,000. So the fact that he only doubled should bring me some sort of peace on that. Bro, Falcons may never win 3 games. Yeah, that's rough, Rage. We can do it, says Dave. The Bills' new stadium is a hot mess. It's crazy, says John Tonian. Uh-oh. Coming right out of the gate from the 2-minute warning, multiple flags flying in. Let's find out what this is. 2 flags right away. Yo, how can I join your fantasy draft, says Arian Robbie. Arian, the fantasy league for the Football Nation moderators is already set. Looks like snap infraction. Illegal snap right there. I don't see illegal snaps very often. Snap infraction from this Brockmeyer. Anyways, bad snap here for the Falcons. It's 2nd down and 10, a 5-yard penalty on the snap infraction. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation. Can the Falcons do something here, or are they going to keep this on the ground? 2nd and 10. Jack Strand takes the snap, looks to Cash Jones, throws it to him, who drops an open pass. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10. I think it's an open stadium, if I'm not mistaken. That's Good Sports is not streaming now, says Nightingale Swan. Like, not streaming at all anymore? That's Good Sports is no longer doing live streams, like not streaming these games anymore? I mean, honestly, he's done so well for himself anyways. What's his name again? Brandon Perna. That's Good Sports. So what, like he stopped streaming altogether because his other content is doing, just a very close attempt. 4th down and 10. This is go for it territory. I see now we 13-14 win team this year, says Jarrett. Mario, if you need an emergency replacement for fantasy football, right here, says Dave. Under 41. He is, but not today, says Nightingale. Okay. I was like, I couldn't imagine that Brandon Perna would give. I know he's probably absolutely crushing it because he promotes the hell out of Prize Picks and FanDuel and those, and I know he gets tons and tons and tons of people to sign up. And last I checked, like those affiliate links on those gambling pages, like when you sign up for those, 4th down and 10, the pass is incomplete. It's Broncos football. They're going to kneel this out. Yeah, last time I checked, those sponsorships pay you like $60 a head or $75 a head. So if you get like 1,000 people to sign up, shoot, if you get 100 people to sign up, you're doing all right at $75 or $60 a head. You get 1,000 people to sign up, and I think he said that he hit that 1,000-person kickoff at some point. I'm sure Brandon Perna is doing just fine. Got a 1st and 10 coming up here for the Denver Broncos. It's 1st and 10 at the 44. It's going to be a knee, and this will get the clock ticking here. I think he also sells coffee, says Nightingale. Yeah, I mean, at that point, you can do whatever you want. He's got a side business that's probably doing better than most folks. But YouTube is just different, dude. They changed the rules to YouTube, by the way, in case y'all did not know. If you're aspiring to become a YouTuber, they're moving the goalpost, guys. You now need 8,000 watch hour times, 8,000 hours of watch time, and the 1,000 subscribers, 8,000 hours of watch time is what you need to get monetized on YouTube. It used to be 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, but they absolutely pushed it. The Bills Stadium is like a Euro soccer style stadium with partial roof over the stands and open air over the field. What time is the game tomorrow with Santino? 12 o'clock. Nightingale says, wow, that's a lot. It is a lot. Here comes the final knee of the game. 3rd down and 11. It's 4th down and 12, and it doesn't matter. This game is over. This will be your final score, ladies and gentlemen. This game is over. It's 9:07. I love that Mario endorsed coffee brand. Nothing yet, guys. We're on Chapter 3 of our YouTube journey. Brandon Perna and Tom Grossi are on Chapters 10 and 11, respectively. If I'm calculating that correctly, I think those guys have been on the platform for a lot longer. We're heading into year 4 right now, so slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. That's the end of the game. Noon Central Time, CJ Banning, that is correct. We'll be live at 11:30, though, Central Standard Time. Game's over. Good game for the Denver Broncos. That's it, guys. We're done. It's done. And we didn't reach our goal. That's okay. We'll try to get there tomorrow. Actually, we have 2 games tomorrow, so the goal is going to be to get to 148. If we can get to 148, maybe we can actually get to that 150,000 before the season starts. Maybe. Banking on my Cowboys fans to come in and help out. All right, folks. Well, normally I do a 10, 15-minute post game, but since it's preseason, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. I get a chance to go eat a hot dinner and don't have to wait for it to get cold. It is 9 o'clock right now, so I get to hang out with my wife. If you guys are with your families, I do suggest enjoying some time with them. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to turn off my camera. I'll leave the chat room open for a few more minutes, but it's been an absolute pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all enjoyed this live stream, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, do all those YouTube-y things, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be sprinkled in and out at around 12 o'clock, but tomorrow night will be the Cowboys versus Seahawks game. Let's try to have some fun. All right, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. My name is Mario. Until next time, let's effing go. Peace out.